Yo, good evening, everybody. What is going on? What's up, Manic? Oh, God, did you punch a hole in your screen? No. No, if this was still Deception, probably, but not this one. What's up, Fury Fighter, with this Echo Knight go, Echo Far! Don't say his name. I miss him so. Only time will tell. Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. I am doing lovely. I am doing splendidly. Had a lovely, lovely little day. I've been busy. I've just been busy this season. It's weird. I haven't... When I think about what I've actually been doing for work, I don't feel that busy, and then when I reflect upon like what I actually do during the day, I'm like, yeah, that's actually a lot of stuff. So I'm the kind of busy that sneaks up on you and you don't expect. Echo Knight. What's up, Dominic? But yeah, I stole some time to play some more No Man's Sky, and I'm still really enjoying that. I'm sure it'll just happen. I'm sure it'll just happen that I'll come here one night and be like, well, I'm done with No Man's Sky, and never gonna play that game again. But right now, I gotta be honest, right now, I don't feel like I'm ever gonna get tired of this game. I'm just having a really good time. Like I played it for like 30 some hours lately, and I'm still doing the same things that I did when I started back up, and I'm still enjoying it. It's really weird. I don't know. Maybe with all the stuff that I've been doing for work, and then all the planning and variety and stuff that I do for streams, it might be particularly relaxing to just like have one thing that's very predictable to just kind of like power through, to just kind of sink into, to recede into. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a really good time. A very calming influence, really. Nothing in that game has really pissed me off lately. I think maybe that's part of it. It's been a very agreeable game. The Sentinels are kind of annoying, but I understand what I'm supposed to do with them. I understand how to wrangle them the ways I need to. So the only thing that's a little awkward now is sometimes I get into fights with Sentinels that I'm not ready for, and I can't really read like how I'm supposed to know that or not. What ghost problems are we gonna have tonight? That is an excellent question, Amarin. That is a very good question. Well, I'm sure we're going to be helping a bunch of ghostal people move on to the next life. Probably not all of them. Some of them are frustratingly stuck in place, but I'm hoping that tonight we finish this. That would really work out particularly well because actually let me is tomorrow. It's not that. Jesus Christ is not that. Jesus fucking Christ is not that. Is that? I am so excited about this. I am so incredibly excited for this. I was looking at the store page, I was looking at the screenshots. Yeah. I didn't plan that very well. In fact, I didn't plan that at all. I was just like, oh, I could show them what's on my screen. OBS was like, no, you can't, idiot. No, you can't. But yeah, we're gonna be starting this tomorrow because it comes out tomorrow. I'm super excited, super duper double plus excited. When did I stream Faith? It had to be in year one. I think it had to be way the hell back there. And I have been waiting along with everybody else on absolute pins and needles for years for chapter 3. And now we're getting the whole thing in one big shotgun blast of pixel horror. Reporting the Steam Deck docking is sick nasty. Nice, Vesty. That sounds hot. That sounds like the kind of shit that I'm into.
I'd
That's
buy
good.
that for $1.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, I'm hoping we finish Echo Knight 2 tonight. If we don't, that's not the biggest deal in the world. We got plenty of time next week. So I'm not real worried about that. Okay, good. That is the button. What's up, Cragger? I see you there, friendo. How you doing? Oh, did you see the RE4 trailer? I did not. No, I haven't had the chance. I know. I haven't looked at the Silent Hill stuff that was announced. What, yesterday? So yeah, I don't know. Cool. I guess. I guess it's good. Okay. Awesome. I'm happy for you. Oh yeah, there's a Final Fantasy 16 trailer too. I feel like I haven't seen anybody talking about that one though. Yeah, man, there's been a lot of game news lately. Yesterday, Konami announced a whole bunch of Silent Hill stuff that is is not really ready for prime time, but they wanted people to know about it. And then today was the RE4 remake trailer, and also the Final Fantasy 16 trailer. So, was there some like event? There wasn't like a Sony event, right? Why is everybody just dropping shit today or something? Did something happen? Is there a games convention happening somewhere else in the world? Just missed the RE4 thing. I mean, if you've been busy today, you wouldn't have seen it. I've been busy today, and I heard about it. Some people online were talking about it, and I saw them chatting about it, but I haven't seen it myself yet. So. Yeah, video game. I'm definitely... I gotta be honest, I'm definitely more interested in an RE4 remake than a Silent Hill 2 remake. That might just be me, though, because I don't particularly like Silent Hill 2 all that much. I don't know if I came to it too late or what, but I know we've talked about this before. I used to think I was a Silent Hill fan. The truth is I really just like Silent Hill 1. And all the games that came after Silent Hill 1 kind of wandered away from what I thought really worked about Silent Hill 1. So I kind of just, I'm kind of whatever. Oh, our Dominic, you tried. Silent Hill 1, Silent Hill 3, your favorites? Yeah, I played a fair chunk of Silent Hill 2, and I think part of it is maybe at the time people were able to look past the really weird like dialogue and voice acting and storytelling, but I don't. It feels like such an awkward, poorly translated game. I don't subscribe to the whole like intentional dreamlike ambiance of it or anything like that. And then I played Silent Hill 3 for a chunk, and it was okay, I guess. I don't know. I never finished it, and I don't know why. I've never had much compulsion to go back to it. I'm not sure why. And then I don't think Silent Hill 4 is good. I think Silent Hill 4 has some neat ideas, but it's not very good. And then everything that came after that, I'm a little checkered, because everything that came after Silent Hill 4, I know some of the inside baseball on it because I was working at Konami, and I know how they came about. So it kind of colors my perception a little bit of them. What I do know about them. Downpour is my favorite. Somewhere Emerald has a nosebleed. Lance McDonald put it best after seeing the Resident Evil 4 remake and see why Bloober Team wanted to show their work to the class first. Yeah, Bloober Team was a really bad call. I almost hate saying that because I genuinely like Observer. It's Observer, right? Observation's the one in space. Observer's the one with oh god, I can't remember his name. I keep wanting to say Lance Henriksen. It absolutely isn't. What's his face? I don't remember. Like I like Observer. Rutger Hauer. Thank you. God, that was gonna burrow through my brain if I didn't hear that. I like that one. I think that one is genuinely good. It's nice and moody and atmospheric. I hate Layers of Fear. I hate Layers of Fear. And I've heard, like, because I obviously wasn't going to play it myself, I've heard Layers of Fear 2 is worse. I heard their Blair Witch game was no good. So I don't. It seems to me, from the Bloober Team games that I've played, is that they found a decent niche. They found a decent fit for their style of game in Observer, but they keep going and trying to fit it into other games, and it doesn't work. At least for me. I know their games are pretty popular with some people, but oh my god, Silent Hill is such a terrible fit for them. It is so bad. So, and the other stuff that Konami announced about Silent Hill, I will wait and see what it is, because from my experience with Konami, what I remember about Konami and their relationship with Silent Hill when I was working there, Konami hates Silent Hill. Konami hates Silent Hill. They never want to do anything with it ever again. They only do it because they get somebody in the organization that pushes them really hard to do it. And I mean, that should be pretty apparent from what happened with PT. Like, that should be pretty apparent to outside observers, the way they handled PT. But I can tell you, on the inside, they hate that series. They don't want to make Silent Hill games. So I will reserve any kind of judgment or interest or hype or anything on any of the other announced Silent Hill things until they actually come out. 'Cause I'm not convinced they will. Gotta be honest, Blair Witch never did anything for me in any format, including movie. I feel like the movie would fuck me up. Found footage movies really mess me up. I watched the first REC, R-E-C, the Spanish found footage zombie movie, and holy Jesus. That movie was one of the most intense things I've ever watched. Blair's game had a lot of potential. It looked good. I will give Bloober Team a little bit of credit. They make really good looking games. Like, I think Observer looks amazing. I love the way that. Don't think you've ever heard of it. Well, it's a Spanish movie. It was remade, like it was remade literally shot for shot for American audiences and titled Quarantine about a decade ago now. It was a long time ago. They made two quarantine. It's an interesting series. It's an interesting series. So the REC movies, REC. There's, I think, 4 of them. And they're Spanish. And they go off in one direction. And then on the American side, they remade REC 1 shot for shot and called it Quarantine. And then they made a sequel called Quarantine 2 that goes off in a completely different direction than the REC series went. And is, as far as I know, bad. Very bad. Does it have the shitty cinematography? Okay, no, it's not like... Okay, I know what you're talking about. It's not like Cloverfield. No. Cloverfield made me sick. REC did not. It's got much... Because so this might explain it. With Cloverfield, it was supposed to be shot by just some idiot with a camera, right? Just running around with a little handy cam, right? The premise in REC, the cameraman is a professional cameraman. He's the cameraman for News Reporter, who's going on a ride along with the fire department. That's how it opens up. So all the camera work in REC is really, really good. So you should not have that problem. I guess I'm sensitive to found footage films in a lot of ways. They do tend to make me nauseous if they're excessively shaky. And if they're not, they tend to scare the absolute shit out of me. But REC is a really good cross-section. Cloverfield feels like it's filmed by a guy with no hands. They just strapped the camera to a golden retriever and told him to follow the cast around. Find it kind of awesome they made Cloverfield an anthology series. So I couldn't watch the original Cloverfield. It made me too sick. I've read about the Cloverfield series. And I I like the concept, but I've heard it's just not good in general. Well, parts of it are. Like that movie Cloverfield Lane was supposed to be pretty good. And yeah, oh, what? Literally a found footage movie where the footage is from a camera strapped to a dog. There is, isn't there? Wait, isn't that a zombie movie? Oh, it's a VHS. Ah, yeah. I really want to watch the VHS movies. Never gotten around to that. Hello, Toast. How you doing? We're talking horror movies. You hate shaky cam? Look at Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles. My God. Yeah, John Goodman is wonderful. I love watching him in just about anything. So it was actually he doesn't get a ton to do. But it was a treat for me when he showed up in Rage, the video game, early on. I thought that was cool. Like, he didn't have a whole lot to do in that part, but I feel like he did it well. Don't do horror too much. Only watched one horror movie recently, the new Hellraiser reboot. Lighthouse was awesome. Lighthouse was awesome. I think Lighthouse might have been the most recent horror movie I've seen. And yeah, it was fantastic. It was so good. Watching some cheesy old horror with friends recently. I watched Phantasm. Nice. That's the one with the creepy old man and the chromed out balls that fly around and kill people, right? Like Chronicles of a found footage movie. I watch there's a channel called Dead Meat that does kill counts, where they ostensibly run through movies and they count all the people that get killed. But what they actually do is give a synopsis of the, like a play-by-play synopsis of the movie, and also a whole bunch of really interesting behind-the-scenes stuff. It's a really, really fun watch, and they just went through the whole Child's Play series. And I've seen a couple of those, but it was really fun to go back through those and hear how crazy the storyline gets, and also the really interesting behind-the-scenes stuff, too. Met Angus Scrimm when Phantasm 2 was about to come out. Dude, that's super cool. That is really, really neat, Dom. Yeah, Brad Dourif is so good as Chucky. I love it. And the more recent stuff, his daughter's in it too, in a really interesting role. I think that's super cool. Never realized it before it was mentioned by someone. That's not like the only slasher series where nothing gets declared non-canon. Which, are we talking about Phantasm or Chucky? Fun fact for my wussiness, I still cannot watch Child's Play. I saw it like 4 years old, and his laugh makes my blood go cold. Yeah. Okay, I can understand that. That shit would be super traumatizing as a little kid. I saw the Child's Play movies when I was a little bit older. Or not a little bit older. Christ. I saw the Child's Play movies. Was it high school or college? I can't remember. At least the ones that were out up until then, yeah. Child's Play, yeah. The Kill Count was talking about that. How they pretty much integrated everything that's ever been in the movies. Like they just keep it running, and they keep going back and like revisiting certain things, even with like the TV series. TV series is supposed to be really, really good. The kill count for that one was really interesting. Phantasm could never decide what the fuck the story actually was. First one barely makes sense, and that's one of its best points. I guess there's that remake they did that's completely separate. Yeah. I love Jennifer Tilly playing Tiffany pretending to be Jennifer Tilly. That, yeah. Her stuff is so funny. I mean, Jennifer Tilly's just great on her own, but like they just give her so much to do in the Child's Play series, and it's so funny. Suffers in later installments from trying to make it make sense. Yeah. Yeah, if your series didn't start off making much sense, and you don't have a whole lot of talent for like tying loose ends together, you're not gonna help anything by trying to force it. That's for damn sure. First in-theater horror movie was the Dawn of the Dead remake. Wow, really? Actually, now you're making me think. Because I didn't I wasn't really into horror when I was a kid because it scared the shit out of me. It took me a long time to kind of get up the courage to go see stuff in the theater. I think the first horror movie I might have seen in the theater then was 28 Days Later. And that would have been in college. I'm trying to remember if my parents ever took me to see a horror movie in the theater. I don't think they did. I watched a bunch on TV. The ones that would get edited down for TV. Man, I still remember the Sunday afternoon I spent watching Wes Craven's New Nightmare in like, oh god, middle school or something, and just being like, holy shit. I thought Freddy was the funny guy. Fell asleep in the theater watching The Ring 2. I had like the best. I have had some really good horror movie viewing experiences now that I think about it. And one of them was The Ring. Actually, I've never seen the American remake of the Ring. I've seen the original, Ringu. And it was in college. I was taking a class on Japanese folklore. And my professor for that class was one of the coolest professors I've ever had in my entire life. Her whole thing was she would pick, like the class was ostensibly Japanese folklore, but what she would do, every semester she would pick some specific theme for the class, and it just so happened that the year that I took it, she wanted to do horror. She wanted to do like creepy Japanese folklore, and we watched the original Ring in class, and the class was at night. It was like a late evening class, and oh my god, it was so much fun watching that with a whole bunch of like-minded college students, and then walking out onto the like dark deserted campus and having to hoof it back to the dorms. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Not as good though as my parents' experience watching The Ring. I can't remember if I've told y'all this. Let me tell y'all the story, and then we'll get back to Echo Knight, because otherwise I'm never going to play this game. Okay, so my parents, I told my parents when the American version of The Ring was coming out, dude, this movie is amazing. You have to go see it. And they were like, okay, cool. They went to the theater on Halloween night. They were like, they reached the point they didn't want to give out candy anymore. They were sick of it. They didn't want to bother decorating. But they wanted to do something fun for Halloween. So they started this tradition of going out on Halloween night and watching a movie. And it just so happened that year, The Ring was in theaters. And they were like, we're going to go watch it. So they go in the movie theater. And they didn't know anything about it. I hadn't told them anything about it. So they go into the movie theater and sit down. In front of them, like almost the entire row, is a big row of high school kids. A bunch of friends that all came to see it together, right? So they're watching the movie, and at one point, kind of early on, one of the girls gets up and leaves to go to the bathroom. Well, this girl had to know, she had to have seen the movie before, or knew what it was. Because it got to the point in the movie where you first, like, there's a big jump scare when you first see Sadako, or whatever the fuck they call her in the American one. And at that point, everybody in the movie theater is like rapt attention on the screen, right? And my parents noticed that the girl who went to the bathroom came back, and she was dressed in like a white gown, and she had her long black hair pulled down over her face. And her friends didn't notice this. They were just watching the screen because they were like, holy shit. And she creeps up on them. And the moment Samara pops out on the screen, she fucking launched herself on her friends, and they exploded. They're like, and the whole theater just like erupts and laughs, and everybody was just like screaming. My parents said it was the most fun they had ever had at the movies. It was so funny. Yeah. We would all be so lucky to have friends like that. But man, they told me that story, Jesus, like 15, 20 years ago, and that's still stuck. I can picture it in my head. I love that story so much. Like, I have the image of it in my head, even though I wasn't there. I love it so much. Cinema. Movies. I haven't gone to see a movie in the theater in years. But I will be going in a couple weeks. Because the One Piece movie, the big One Piece movie that came out over the summer in Japan, is getting I don't even know if it's a limited release. It's getting a release here. And we're gonna go see it. Actually, like, the weekend after Halloween. So yeah, 3 weekends from now, I guess. What do you call a cat with low iron levels? Oh my god, Endeef. Oh my god. Fucking terrible. Alright, party's over. We have to play the video game. I'm sad now. Dragon Ball movies actually showed up here when we never get anime movies, so I wouldn't be too surprised if it was everywhere for One Piece too. I hope it is. I hope it is, because it's supposed to be really good too. It's supposed to be super, super good. I don't get it. The periodic symbol for iron is Fe. So feline minus the Fe is just line. Womp womp. Last movie I saw was Sonic 2 this year. Alright. Echo Knight. Welcome back to Echo Knight. We're in the east wing. We're in the upper east wing of this place. Mostly good, minus the fucking wedding scene. Color me as shocked as anybody else that the Sonic movies are actually apparently good. But you know what? I think Sonic fans deserve something nice for once. I really think they do. Hello, you. So this is the lady that was tending to the crying baby. The stove's not lit, is it? Last movie you saw in the theater was It Part 2. How did you like the recent It movies, Dom? Are you gonna burn the house down or something? Frontiers looks like it might actually be decent. Don't tell Shadows I said so. Without Patty here, there's so much more work to do. Cuban Wedding serves 0 point in the main plot. Really enjoyed the first one, the second not so much. Craiger, you really like the new It movies? How would you all compare them to the old miniseries? I think she quit so suddenly. I wonder what she's doing now. She said that she had no other relatives since her mother had died. Thought the second It movie was better than the second half of the first It movie. Interesting, okay. I haven't seen the second one. The first Sonic movie I think of as less good and more enough dumb fun to be worth ignoring the ridiculous issues plot. I mean, that can take a movie a long way, if you ask me. Like, there's plenty of really, really stupid movies that I enjoyed because I was just like, I don't care. Just entertain me, moving pictures. Better overall, I like the Tim Curry one's design a bit better. Chinese restaurant scene was appropriately horrific. Is an adaptation of Sonic 06. Weird choice, but okay. Now I just need to take care of Helen before she goes to sleep. I wonder how much time I have until 9 o'clock. Okay, so that tells me, that indicates to me that I need to find a clock. I need to set it to 9. This is charcoal? This isn't a candy bar? Did they used to sell charcoal like this? Question mark? Like the casting in the new ones? Extra, yeah. Oh god. Extra dark chocolate. Sonic as a kid in the movies, so you get Fortnite dances and stuff, but definitely entertaining mostly. Okay, so let me think. Okay, so this guy's taken care of. The baby's taken care of. There wasn't anybody in the bathroom last time I checked. Let's go downstairs. See what's going on. I got the charcoal. I got the candy bar. Got the combination charcoal and candy bar. I just saw someone mention something with the new RE4 remake that I do not care for. I know exactly what they mentioned. I know exactly what causes that reaction in people because I saw it on Twitter. Yup. Heard they're making a movie featuring both Sonic the Hedgehog and Curious George. I'm gonna call it Too Fast, Too Curious. I should have laughed at that. Oh my god. What the hell am I doing in my life? Also says seeing the first movie convinced me the producers released that first ad with their horrific human mouse Sonic on purpose. So when they delayed and redid Sonic to look more like the movies, people would be favorably inclined towards them for listening to customers. The fact that quote unquote ugly Sonic shows up in the recent Chip and Dale movie honestly lends credence to that theory, I think. Alright. I don't entirely remember what was down here. I did some exploring. But like not a lot down here. Is that a fucking, what the hell is this? Appears to be a skull of some sort of animal. Right, every night I sit down with this game, I once again forget that the descriptions for things are just completely useless. Fucking nihilism. Somebody worked on the movie said no, this cost them a lot of money, so I think they did just fuck up. I mean, I could honestly believe it either way. Light. Didn't I figure out there was a ghost in here? No, the ghost is in the other room. That's right. The ghost was in the room that I had to crawl through the ducts to get. Wouldn't put it past Hollywood to make CG artists crunch twice. Oh yeah, definitely. They wouldn't give a shit. This item is made of atoms. This object has... Yeah, Jesus. Thanks for that. Oh, by the way, there's a new sound alert if you can find it. It has not been approved by the Vatican. Oh, wasn't I gonna plant something? Don't I have some seeds? I do.
Boy.
What? What the hell is that from? Boy. Hello. Madame Artiste. Oh, it's from Phantasm. Oh, awesome. Who are you? How did you get in here? I think that one's gonna get a lot of use over the next couple nights. Guns, get rid of all your problems. I was sure I locked that door. This is no time to be worried about that. I promise telling them that I finish this before I break. We need to add that to the add death list after Spooky Month. Actually, you know what? I should probably add it to... I should switch it over to the death sound for tomorrow. Because I'm going to die a lot in the Faith games. They do kill you a lot. Did Mortis actually do anything? No, that's the beauty of it. It does nothing. It is simply Mortis. One Mortis equals one Mortis. It's almost 9 o'clock. I just need to put the last finishing touch with the flame. Flame. If only I had something to start a fire. Ghost buddy, you are in luck. Look what I got. Or not. I was really excited about that, and apparently you don't give a shit. Newspaper. Lighter. So he wants something for fire. I have a lot of fire stuff, but he doesn't want me to give it to him?
時間がない。
There's no time. It's almost 9 o'clock. So he put his last finishing touches on the flames. If only had something to start a fire. Painting here. There's a painting here. Hot diggity dog damn. Maybe I'm supposed to start the fire in the fireplace? We have fire with a pile of firewood. Amazing. Incredible. Who'd have thunk it? Wait. Did that do something? Here we go. Just chuck it right on the fire. There's a whole block of charcoal. Alright. There you go. Have a fire.
それだ。 それが炎の輝きだ。
That's how those flames gleam. We did start the fire. What does Possibility of NDR, someone saying what they were supposed to, just seemed like there was really quick turnover for needing to redo the CGI for the main character in the movie. Especially given how much that CGI involves fur, which is notoriously badly behaved.
よし、できたぞ。なんとか間
I
に
mean,
合
they might have just made them crunch like hell. Hooray! Give me your pocket watch. Good, good. Everything's coming together. This is what I need. Yosh! Give me your pocket watch. Okay. Yeah. Boing. Boing. Go back upstairs. And then I think other than the old man out in the hallway, that should be everybody in this wing, I think. Which then begs the question, how the hell are we gonna get into the other wing? Oh! If I get a unicorn horn. If I can get a unicorn horn, then I can open that door in the back of that room. And that should take care of things. That should settle accounts. Guess what time it is, lady? Time for you to fuck off to the afterlife.
おや、
Oh yeah.
もう9時じゃないか。
Is it 9 o'clock already?
ヘレン様がお待ちだ。
Helen must be waiting. Helen, I believe, is the ghost that's trying to kill us. Oh, and I bet the guy in the hallway is in... I bet we're gonna have to deal with Helen before we can get the guy in the hallway out of the way. Where the hell is she going? You've been helping everyone? Not everyone. I've been helping who I could, but we've definitely left some people behind. The bartender and the music player in the first wing, the fisherman. I might go back and check on him at some point. The hide and seek kids. I haven't found all the hide and seek kids. We'll see what happens. Oh, that door is locked. Oh, now it isn't. Intriguing. It's the old woman's room. Is it raining in here?
それではヘレン様。
I'm hungry, but it's like I can't even think about what to have. Rest well, Helen. Is it not an ice cream kind of night?
明日の朝も いつものよう
I will
に
come to wake you tomorrow
お
morning
越しに
bright
な
and
り
early.
ます。
ひらめた。
Christian Panics, thank you for the raid. How you doing? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What were you up to tonight? That looks like a unicorn horn to me. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing some Echo Knight 2, which never actually came out here, so I'm playing a fan translation of it. Pretty neat, old FromSoft first-person adventure game. Super rad. How are you? I'm doing great. I've had a fantastic day. Looking forward to getting back to this. Playing some Robot Alchemic Drive. Nice, nice. I don't think I've ever played one of those that I can think of. That was a really pretty unicorn horn. I'm doing the whole spoopy month. That is, what? Have you ever seen like a treasure chest looking trunk like this open like this? You did some actual food. Oh, you took a nap earlier. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Thank you for the follow too. I appreciate it. Man, y'all are not ready for your trip, are you? That was cool retro horror like game and thought it'd be cool to check. I've been having a good time with this. It is a slow burn in parts, and then the ghosts start coming out of the walls, and it's like, oh jeez.
まだなの?
Still not yet.
どうしたの?
What happened?
綺麗な花を咲かせ
It
て
should
お
have
く
bloomed
れ。
into a beautiful flower by now.
なぜ咲いてくれない?
Why won't it bloom?
何が足りないの?
What's missing? Did you water it? Uh-oh. Accidentally took a 6-hour nap after finishing a workday. Damn. I hate taking long naps. They really mess my brain up. The flower bloomed again this year. Albert will be pleased. Yeah, fuck that Albert guy. What's up, Coach Sleepy? I wish this were the game that FromSoft ran into ground instead of Dark Souls. That would have been interesting. A modern Echo Knight series would have been really, really interesting. That's a grown-ass woman crying.
あら、大変。アルバートが泣いているわ。
Or a small boy.
はいはい、おばあさまが今行きますよ。
Granny's coming. She said we needed something from the garden. Did anybody catch that? Because I realized I was talking to chat, and I probably should have been paying attention. Game made you fall asleep last night. It is a slow burn in parts, for sure. Was it compost? Okay. I imagine if we go out to the garden, there's not going to be too many options. FromSoft has some old games I want to check. They seem super rad on the older catalog. They are. They are. We played, that is the tiniest burlap sack in the world. That is microscopic. I like the old Armored Core game. I played a couple of the Armored Core games years ago, back when they were still contemporary. We have played, on this channel, we played the original Kingsfield and had a really good time with that. Booze. A friend of mine played Tenchu back in college, and that looked like a super cool game. So yeah, they got a lot of neat stuff that would definitely be worth revisiting. But unfortunately, they got to make that Souls money. I'm hoping at some point they reach like a saturation with their Souls games where they can just, they've got the people and the freedom to kind of do whatever the fuck they want. I mean, it's possible they're already there and they genuinely really just want to make Souls games forever. Like, that's their thing. But I'm hoping there's at least a couple people at the company that want to revisit stuff like Echo Knight or Armored Core. Okay, this is bad. So the thing about Echo Knight is that there are ghosts hunting you in these locations, but they can only hunt you when the lights are out. And the lights are out. So that's a problem. Alright. Let's see how many of these rooms we can check before murder times start. Was there some talk about the next game being something different? Jesus God, man. Oh, fuck you. Damn it. I have a great deal of respect for any completely silent jump scare. Now this is a Fatal Frame room. Somewhere, some retired Japanese dev is like, got him. Yeah. Tons of rumors about a new Armored Core, which would be 6. I mean, it's been a long time since 5. 5 was on the 360, wasn't it? This is a creepy, fucked up mask. Eerie wooden mask with wide open eyes. How was that? No, that's the candle holder. It's the candle holder witnessed from a different direction. Alright, there's a mask missing. Angry mask. Joyful mask. Calm mask. Okay, I bet this is gonna be a puzzle. I bet we're gonna have to rearrange that shit. And that's gonna open this door. Okay. I get it. A simple yet beautiful map. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. That's only happened once before. I'm sorry. Wait, what? This is the past. This is the world of the past, but... What? What changed? That one's still missing. That's weird. Who is it? Who's there? It's locked. Okay. Fuck that guy, I guess. Oh, it's Albert. Oh, he got the knife. Who's there? What are you doing here? Okay. So Albert murdered somebody in this room. Presume. What? Is that gonna happen every time? It won't open. And turn off the lights in here. Can I? Oh, you know what? Maybe I can take one of these masks into the present. Maybe I can't. Maybe I lied. Maybe I'm just making gross assumptions here. Okay, who is it? Who's there? And then I try to leave, and Albert's like, "Rah!" Fuck you, Dark Souls randomizer. Fucking Artorias is the boss, and Ash Lake. That's great. So I can't pick up any of the masks. At least any of the obvious looking puzzle ones. I might need to find some information elsewhere. Or maybe, do I pick one up? No, I don't pick one up from the present. I can't pick any of them up. Go ahead and... Power's out. I should go ahead and flip those, so I'll be ready. Power's out. Who's that on the wall? Large distribution board. It's a biggin. Oh my god, you want 2 keys. Oh my lord in heaven. Jesus. Yeah, okay. Don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it, don't like it. I can't leave! Shit. Okay. Okay, I can't go back the way I came. Okay. Alright. Okay. So, priority 1 is I gotta find a way back into the rest of the house, and I need to get the keys. Okay, this is obviously not the way. She can be in here. Device can play records. Okay, so we need a record. I bet you. I bet you one mortis that this is gonna be where we fight the ghost to finally get rid of her. Is that giant fucking eyeball over that door? Yes. Yes, it is. What's in the eyeball room? We don't know because it's locked. The female bust is facing up. Okay. The female bust is facing down. I know. We cannot find solitude till we turn our backs to the one who watches. Oh, it's a puzzle. It and be a puzzle. It and be a puzzle. Ah! Shit. Shit. Oh god, I see her. I see her. Fuck. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Bye. Oh, it's the entrance hall. Oh, I can go get the keys. Okay, cool. Cool, great, good. Okay. Let me get the key from this wing over here. And then maybe we'll just go back up through the wing to grab the key on the way. Jesus! Toast? Toast, why you gotta do me dirty like that? Oh, by the way, I forgot to remind y'all, but go vote. Go vote for what we're going to be doing for the October Community Night, which is going to be happening on Halloween night. 60% of the time, it works every time. If you want to go vote, somebody, you already did your part. Good on you. Good on you. I think most of you probably did. If somebody could post the link, either from the bot or from our Discord, if you could kindly post the link to the forum where we're voting. Our theme for the last game of Spooktober is creepy cute, and folks nominated 13 really good options. So we'll see what makes the cut. And yes, there will be another vote starting on Sunday. For a much more sinister plot. I imagine that'll be organizing on Discord, right, Manic? I'll certainly announce it on our Monday stream. Specifically after Saturdays. Okay. Alright, that's one key. Get the other key. How did this place function? How did this place function with only 2 power keys? Or did somebody just throw the other ones away? Are you still just hanging out waiting for Helen? Yeah, he's just hanging out. Okay, the power box for this one. Power box for this one's upstairs, right? I think it's in the kitchen, same as the telephone. Laura! 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 The first Friday of November, we're gonna do a just chatting stream because I got some stuff I want to talk about. One of the main things I want to talk about is what was actually the most popular stuff we did during Spooktober. I don't think you're gonna be terribly surprised by the results of that. That should be a sound alert just like 5 times. If somebody cuts it out, I'll put it in. It's gonna be expensive though. Yeah, what was the most popular thing and why was it D? Why ever would it have been D? Someone totally missed Armored Core 5. Armored Core 5 was when... Armored Core 5 was when we were working together in Japan, Gnarl. And I think it was on Xbox 360. I'm trying to remember if it was an Xbox 360 exclusive. I thought it was Armored Core 4. I'm pretty sure it was also on PS3. When did Armored Core 5 come out? Was Armored Core 5 the one with like the absolutely gymongous armored cores that you would run around on? Or was that 4 answer? Came out after Armored Core 4? Duh. January 2012? Okay, so I was wrong. That was after. That was after we were in Japan. So I was thinking 4 answer then. I'll own that one, chat. I will accept that. Alright, distro board key 1. Distro board key 2. AC4 had the super mechs, AC5 had the smaller city combat mechs. Okay. Think we're in business? I think we're in business. Alrighty. Okay. Let's go recheck the mask room real quick in case there's a very, very sad and unassuming ghost in here somewhere. The last Armored Core I played was 3. I have not played an Armored Core since 3. It looks like it's broken. Oh, you just... Oh. There are no lights. Creepy. Okay. I didn't play 4 or 4 answer. I watched the first 2 episodes of the new Gundam last night. I confirmed that mechs are still cool as fuck in 2022. New Gundam looks really fun. Where Armored Core, I never actually played one. Armored Core is an interesting series. The old ones, there's some really weird decisions in the old ones. Like I beat, oh god, I can't remember which one I beat. I can't remember if it was Another Age or 3. Actually, wait, I'm not even sure about that because weren't there like... There's Armored Core 1. And then there's 2... Armored Core 2 and then Another Age. And then there's Armored Core 3. And then aren't there like 3 or 4 more PS2 Armored Cores? There's like Ninebreaker and... I can't remember the names of the other ones. There were a lot of PS2 Armored Cores. I remember that. There were like a shit ton of them. And then 4 and 4 answer. And 5, they were all on 360, right? Or that period, 360, PS3. Armored Core Master of Arena and another on PS1 I can't remember the name of. Did a bunch of ex-AC devs make a Super Anime one recently? Demon Ex Machina or something? Armored's Core. Alright, so... Oh, there's a telephone over here. Wait a tick. Okay, so we have arrived here. I can't get through here to Albert's room. These are stairs down. Let me see if I can get in the eyeball room. I understand how you're supposed to get in the eyeball room. But let me see if I can actually get in. We cannot find solitude till we turn our backs to the one who watches. Okay. So I need to turn all the statues facing away from the big old eyeballer. Stock stone moving noise. How anime is it in Goku's? Is that it? It's locked? Oh, you're not. Oh no. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck you. Oh, fuck. You thought it wouldn't be a puzzle? I did! I really did. How the hell is this supposed to work? It rotates like all of them. What in the hell? Then you're a fool. What? When I turn one, it turns all of them. Yeah, they're all pointing different directions. Maybe turning different statues turns them in different ways? I don't think so. Because look, she's looking back, she's looking to the left, he's looking forward, he's looking to the right. Now she's looking to the left, she's looking forward, he's looking to the right, he's looking back. Yeah, each statue rotates all the other ones. There's no way to solve this. There is presently no puzzle here. So I guess there's something else that needs to be done. You're right, there's no way to solve this. This isn't a puzzle, it's the end of the game. Move on. I guess we'll go downstairs. I bet this goes into the broken hallway. It does. Okay. Alright, before I get murdered by a ghost, let's check this room real quick. Scariest thing of all is soft lock. I found the oh nope 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 nope. The way to blow up the statues with dynamite. Possibly? Possibly. Is she just gonna appear instantly here? No. Bunch of exercise machines, lockers. Okay. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Goodbye. Shit. I will maybe check that later. Probably be safer to check that room after I exercise Helen. Housewife's private room. Uh-oh. Okay. Alright, it might be some time before we exercise Helen. Okay. It's a bit dark, please come back during Echo Day. You found the gyms, you should be able to exercise her. Broken plate. Plate is broken. Oh, hi. Want me to... What is that, candle? Candle. Want a candle, kid?
ろうそく返してください。
Okay.
ありがとう。
I don't know what you're gonna do with it.
お礼にこれあげま
Let
す。
me give you this in return. The power key?
2階の廊下で拾ったんです。
The Christ is that?
何かは知りません
I'm
け
not
ど。
sure what it is exactly.
なんだか綺麗でしょ。
Whatever it is, sure is pretty. Okay. Okay, I get it.
僕、田舎から出てきてて、
I came here from the countryside.
失敗ばっかりだか
I've
ら、
been screwing up ever since I got here, and everyone's been making fun of me.
メイドのパティさんは
Patty,
励
the
まして
maid
くれ
here,
るけど、
cheered me up. She said the same thing happened to her. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut him off like
田
that.
舎の家の前には、
At my house in the countryside, there was the
Okina
biggest
Matsuno
pine tree that you ever did see. I'd always play by it.
いつもそこで遊んでて、ロバートにマイケル、
Robert and Michael might still be
みん
there.
な元気かな。
Wonder how everyone's doing.
帰りたい。
Want to go home. Alright, well, I guess you're stuck here then.
帰りたい。またあの松。
You have to play with everyone under that big pine tree. Okay. At least it doesn't have a PowerPoint presentation like the research. Big clump of cheese with mold growing on it. Still big clump of cheese with mold. Bottles and... That's a glass bottle. There's some sort of powder inside. You know where to come when you find a pine tree. Okay. Okay. So if we check the map. Okay, the lights should be on in here. If I go in here, there should be a light switch. I should be able to flip it on. Dare you to eat 3 wheels of mold cheese? Dude, how would you even get through 1? No! She's really close. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna save. And I'm gonna run through that room and see what we can accomplish. Or maybe we could try to solve the statue puzzle. I think the statue puzzle should be pretty easy. Because I think what we do is we plug the plate in, so now that statue won't move. And then, let's see. Okay, so now these two are facing the correct direction. So we pull the plate. Plug it into this one. We'll turn it until these guys match that one. You're still synced, right? Yeah, you're still synced. Okay, cool. Typical, I didn't even cheat to solve the puzzle. Alright, pop that out. Pop it in this one. Get everybody synced up. Okay, this is kind of more what I was expecting. Like, this game hasn't really had any, like, challenging puzzles in it yet. It still might. It still might. I'm not saying there are no challenging puzzles in this game, but it just hasn't really seemed like that kind of game yet. Alright, and now we just rotate everybody until they're facing away from Mr. Eyeball. Basically one of the door eyeballs from Link to the Past. The managerial... Oh, God. I thought that was a skeleton for a second. It appears to be broken. Shut up. Ah, damn it. Boy, I sure wish I had that candle right about now. Fuck you, kid. Yeah. Where's she coming from? There she is. Are the other doors in here locked? This is the entertaining room. Please work. Okay. All right.
Your creatures are becoming angry.
しかし、レオンさんにも困ったものですな。
Something that's better than the candle, smugness. But you know, Leon's just bothered by it as we are.
自分が勝つまでやめようとしない。
He refuses to stop playing until he wins. So far, none of these are as cool as the themed staterooms from the first game. I kind of agree with that. I mean, it's a very traditional spoopy mansion.
まったくです
Give me a break.
しかし今日は妙だ。
But today's been especially puzzling. He loses even if I play haphazardly, trying to end the game.
なぜか勝って
For
し
some
まう。
reason, I keep winning.
お待たせしました
Sorry to keep you waiting. Yeah, time for more gambling, apparently. Hopefully not. Hopefully I can, like, fix the cards or something. More mandatory blackjack.
さあそろそろ本気を出すとしようか
Okay, this time I'm not holding back. Spade chair, a heart chair.
チェンジだ
This is interesting. Clover chair. Where's the diamond chair?
チェンジですな。
Change.
チェンジ
Can I actually see what they're...
フルハウスですな。
Like you gotcha. Actually, I can't even tell if that's what it actually is.
2ペアまったくここは席が悪い
It's this seat, you know.
そこに座っていたら
If I'd been sitting there, I
勝
would
って
have
いた
won.
のは私さあもう一勝負
Play another round. I think I get it. I think I get it. I need to switch the clover chair and the spade chair. I think that's the puzzle. Which admittedly isn't really much of a puzzle, but... What's with y'all in Dynamite tonight? Okay. Alright, let's see if that changes their fortunes. And yeah, the seats slide into place.
しかしレオン
They go just a
さんに
little
も
hard
困
on
っ
the
たも
clues
の
here.
ですな。自分が勝つまでやめようとしない。
Hmm.
まったくです。お待たせしました。さ、そろそろ本気
Yeah,
を。
don't hold back, buddy. Go all out. Alright. See how this unfolds. Is he like the Earl of Club or something?
チェンジですな。
Interesting, they have assigned seatings for poker.
チェンジだ。
If Fairy had Dynamite, also tell him to start blowing fools up.
チェンジ。
What we got?
フルハウスだ。
Hey! There we go.
2ペア。
役なしです。
Unashi.
うん。勝負はついたな。
It's over.
そろそろ行こうか。
We should be going.
ご婦人方がお待
Our
ちだ。
wives must be waiting. Dude, clubbing folks, I watched Nobody last night. How was it? Wait, I don't get your soul bits? What was the point of this? What was the point of this? Stack of playing cards have been placed on the table. Yeah, no kidding. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I sent them back off to somewhere else? Maybe. Liked it like a History of Violence light. Okay. Yo, that didn't take long. Bye. I feel like when you help ghosts cheat at poker but don't get their souls. Yay! Yay! Light. Bookshelf. There's quite a wide variety of books arranged here. Behind glass for some reason. Weird. That's a desk, alright. Simply designed reading desk. Armchair. Chairs in place here. Can't pick this one up. What's the fucking point of this room? Why does this room exist? Can I crawl in the fireplace? Sometimes I can crawl in the fireplace. Not this time. I don't even know why this is here. Alright, let me see if I can get anything out of these drawers before I get ghost murdered. There's nothing in here. There is for real nothing in here. There is for real nothing. There might be a ghost in here, like at the desk. What kind of armor those knights would wear in medieval times. Scintillating, okay. So what? So what? So what? Okay. Sure. This game has such an interesting pace to it, because like the first Echo Knight, I think the first Echo Knight benefited a lot from its setting. Like being on the ship was really interesting. You had some really interesting flashback sequences, and then as you got further into the game, it started to ramp up more and more of the hauntings and the pressure. This one starts off strong. Like that first night, there was a lot of there was a lot of ghost pressure. I felt highly threatened by all the ghosties. This time, not so much. There was like a couple moments last night, and then yeah, I'm certainly concerned about this ghost, but and then Echo Knight Beyond takes place on the moon. What is it? Magazine rack door. What are we doing? What was the point of that? Oh, there she is. All right, so what am I missing here? I guess we're going to the garden. Sci-fi, but with ghosts is a concept you don't see much of. That's certainly true. That is certainly true. But I've also had people telling me that Echo Knight Beyond is the worst one of the three. That said, Event Horizon is one of the best haunted house movies ever. Gnarl, are you still here? Gnarl, could I borrow you for a second? Beyond is just kind of slow. Beyond is fine. Okay, okay. Well, okay, when you say Beyond is kind of slow like this? I was doing work and started reacting as you were reading that. Chat, Gnarl and Event Horizon and I go way back. Way back. Oh, God. You think a chunk around a spacesuit and Beyond so literally slow? Not the best FromSoft game is still gonna be like 4 out of 5. Let's go out. Let's go out this way. Just a decent number of sequences you walk around on the moon's surface, and it's just pretty glacial at those times. Wait, did that? Holy what the fuck? Wait, did that power everything in the house? It did. The big board powered up the entire house. Oh, that's nice. It's nice to actually be done with shuffling around keys. Okay. You want this story? Okay. So when we were... It won't move. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Even they knew the key thing was bullshit. When we were living in... okay. Gnarls got it. It's a story as old as time. Basically, everybody remembers Event Horizon being good. Nobody believes me when I say it's actually terrible. Then we watch and everybody realizes it's actually awful and starts questioning their own memories and everything they knew about the world. So what literally happened is when we lived in Japan, we used to do movie rental night. Because even as late as like a decade ago, actually I think they still are kind of big. Movie rental places in Japan were really, really big. And so we would go and we would look for just random stuff to watch. And one night we were like we were in the mood for some horror, and I was like, dudes, have you watched Event Horizon? Because I had watched Event Horizon in college and I fucking loved it. I thought it was great. And it was me and it was Gnarl and it was one other friend of ours. And Gnarl hadn't seen it, and our other friend hadn't seen it. And I was like, okay, we gotta watch Event Horizon. You're gonna love this. It's gonna be amazing. And we got Event Horizon, and we took it home, started watching it. And I just remember. Oh, you had seen it? Okay, so it was the third guy who hadn't seen it before. Gnarl had seen it and was like, I think you were trying to talk us out of it. I was like, no, it's great. And we start watching it, and I get this creeping horror at what I've done. just this dawning realization that I've made a terrible mistake. And we're glancing at each other during the movie, and I just want to like recede into the couch cushions. And the movie ends, and Gnarl and the other guy are like, Oddish, you're never picking a movie again. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Only thing that movie I found insufferable were the Visions of Hell montage. See, I actually like that part. Like, okay, don't get me wrong. Event Horizon has some good parts, but as a movie, it's really bad. It looks like there's some compost in it. I have taken the burlap sap of compost. Okay. By any chance were you drunk the first time you saw it? No. No. I drank very, very little when I was in college. That did not have anything to do with it, I gotta say. Oh no! I guess you have to check on the plants at a certain time to pick them fresh, otherwise they dry out. Can't believe you left out the part where I was right the whole time, which from my perspective is the whole point of the story. I was getting to that. One keg a night. No, I didn't really start drinking until after college. I drank a tiny bit in college. Just a tiny bit, just like the last year or so. And then after college, as I was languishing about trying to decide what to do with my life, I decided. We talked about this, right, chat? I decided to spend a month backpacking across Spain. Until now, we're on several fifths a day. And while I was in Spain, that was where I learned to appreciate drink. Because it was literally easier there to get beer than water. So I was like, well, okay. I think my mom likes it. My mom likes a lot of movies I find disturbing, like Hallmark Christmas romances. Event Horizon has some really good parts. The Hell Tape. When they find the Hell Tape, that's good. The airlock scene is great. I will stand by that. The airlock scene is really, really good. It's also got some really bad scenes. Most of the I think one big problem with Event Horizon is most of the character deaths in it are really dumb and bad. Like, they're the kind of character deaths where, like, you see it coming a mile away. And at that point, you're just like, all right, just get it over with. Finish this, please. I ain't too sick of those to start pointing out all the abusive behaviors until she kicks me out of the kitchen. Oh no, an unsubtle horror movie? But I mean, it doesn't really... Like, other than... Okay. I think what people like about Event Horizon is, like, the atmosphere of it. But if everything is just right there out in front, like, the atmosphere kind of suffers for it. That's the best scene, Sam Neill screaming and no as the camera does a quick zoom on his face before the explosion. Actually, no. The greatest scene in cinematic history is actually from Event Horizon. And it's when Sam Neill has that vision of his wife in the bathtub, and when she turns to him and he screams in horror, but it's Sam Neill, so he literally just goes, "Oh!" and then it smash cuts to another scene. I'm pretty sure when me and Gnarl and the other dude were watching it, like, we spun it back to that scene like 3 or 4 times. We were like, no, that didn't really just happen. Yeah, dude, yeah. We were like, that didn't really just happen. We had to convince ourselves. Like I said, people are hungry for Ghosts in Space. But yeah, okay, but you don't have anybody going around claiming that Ghosts of Mars is a good movie. Only Event Horizon. People give Event Horizon a pass for some weird reason. Maybe, you know what? I think maybe one reason that Event Horizon gets rehabbed to the degree it does is that for the longest time it was the closest we got to having a Doom movie, and even now it's probably like the best Doom movie we've had so far. Do it. Jinx, motherfucker. Event Horizon is just Mandela affected somehow. Nobody is claiming Ghost of Mars is a good movie. You can be the first. That's what I'm saying. Nobody is claiming Ghost of Mars is a good movie. But they do claim that Event Horizon is. Oda just reads chat, restates his own opinion. What about Doom? Okay, I'm gonna level with you, chat. I'm gonna level with you. It's been a really long time. I actually kind of like the Doom movie. I actually had a good time watching. It makes some really dumb decisions. Like to me, the weirdest thing about the Doom movie is they do some things. They make some choices in the Doom movie that proves they know Doom and they understand Doom. Like, they get it. And then in literally the next scene, they will do something that's just completely idiotic and entirely counter to like the story, the atmosphere, the concept of Doom. It's a really weird movie. And I'm not really sure how that happened. I love the fake Pam Grier head in Ghost of Mars. Sam Neill is the least interesting character in that movie. I just like the setting, the effects, the mood, and Lawrence Fishburne. Also, not a lot of films attempt Lovecraftian, unknowable horror. I wouldn't call that Lovecraftian unknowable horror. I would call that, hey, I thought Hellraiser was really cool, but I didn't fully understand it, but I want to put it in my movie. Did we watch the Doom movie together? I don't remember the occasion. I don't remember when I watched the Doom movie. I just know that I did. The whole people are inherently good or evil stuff is really weird. Yeah. I forget if I saw the whole Doom movie or not. I do remember the first person segment that completely killed a pacing suspension of disbelief. I thought that was cute. I thought that was funny. The fight with the Rock at the end, that's what killed any suspension of disbelief I had. Remember the Doom movie just makes me want to watch Hardcore Henry again. I've never seen Hardcore Henry, but I've watched clips of it and it looks wild. It doesn't fly because we call Event Horizon Hellraiser in Space, and you have to remember there was already a Hellraiser. Was there already a Hellraiser in Space? Or was that afterwards? I don't remember where in the absolutely benighted Hellraiser universe Hellraiser in Space happened. Jason in Space is fucking hilarious, though. I'm sorry, Jason X is so funny. Jason X is maybe the funniest Friday the 13th movie. I kind of love that movie just because it's so stupid. Also, it's got a really gnarly kill in it. The liquid nitrogen kill. Jesus Christ, man. I love that one. To be the Rock, apparently Black Adam got 44% from critics on Rotten Tomatoes and 90% from audiences. Interesting. Hellraiser Bloodlines after Hellraiser 3 came out before Event Horizon. I'm reasonably sure. I'm willing to believe you on that. I'm willing to believe you on that because Hellraiser 3 was like. Hellraiser 3 was. When was that? Yeah. If Hellraiser in Space is Hellraiser 4, then yeah, I'll buy that. Okay. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you for confirming. Yeah, do you want to have premarital sex? They beat them because of treat a sleeping bag. Natural 20 scene. Leprechaun in Space is a better Hellraiser in Space than Event Horizon. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, I'm sorry. Event Horizon's bad. I'm not gonna hate on you if you like it. Look, this is an important distinction here. This is a very, very important distinction. You can like whatever movie you want. You can like some absolutely garbage. I like some absolutely garbage. But I will sit here and say it's a garbage movie because it's garbage. Apparently Warhammer 40k influenced Event Horizon. I mean, the concept. Yeah, I can see that. Because it's basically like they invented the Warhammer 40k version of Warp. They went through the Warp, which is a demon dimension. Yeah, but I mean, it's also what Doom does, so I don't know. Yeah, literally the Warp for the second time. Sorry, Bacon Captain. Screenwriter Philip Eisner acknowledged that Warhammer 40k influenced the story. Okay, yeah, so okay, it's right there. He literally said it. Fans consider Event Horizon to be an unofficial prequel to Warhammer 40k when humankind discovers the Warp and learns of its dangers the hard way. Well, they didn't actually learn anything from Event Horizon. The only smart person in that movie was Lawrence Fishburne. So. The spinny spike hell gyro ball was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I'll give him plenty of credit for the set design and the atmosphere thereof. I just didn't like what they did with it. That's my big thing. My main problem with Event Horizon is they build this awesome atmosphere, and then like the things that actually happen, like the things that happen to the crew, are like really kind of lame. And I don't feel like your horror movie is gonna get very far if you got lame kills. So oh god. Every time I think about Event Horizon, I think about the lady with the dead son who gets got in engineering, and it's just the absolute moment she hears his voice, you're like, okay. Guess my opinions are actually trash. No, God, no. Your opinions aren't trash. You can enjoy trash. Everybody enjoys trash. It doesn't make your opinions trash. It just means you're an appreciator of garbage. And we all are to some degree. No, not the decompression one. There's okay. Spoilers for Event Horizon, everybody. I hope you can handle this. I hope you're not too pissed at me. You can always mute the stream for a couple minutes, right? Oh no, unsubscribe, leave, vacate. I don't think we're finishing this tonight either. Okay. The only person with truly trash opinions is Oddish, yes. No, it's the lady, the mom of the crew. There's like two women on the crew. The blonde, I feel so shitty having to put it like this. The blonde and the brunette. The brunette, the older woman. She was like, her son had died in some accident or something, which is one of the reasons she went into space. And she was in the scary hell drive room all by herself. And she hears his voice. And of course, she's like, oh my God, my son is in here somewhere. Nothing suspicious about that, especially after a bunch of people have been whispered to by demons. And we saw a video of people like demon ripping each other apart in the hell dimension. No, I better go investigate this because that's definitely my son. She crawls into the fucking ductwork of the place, gets all the way up above the big spiky hell ball, sees her kid at the end of the hallway, and fucking runs blindly at him, falls down an open shaft, hits the floor, and explodes. It's so stupid. I'm sorry. It's so stupid. There's like zero tension when this happens because, again, the moment you hear his voice, you know exactly what's going to happen. What about the dude who becomes a filet-o-fish? I actually don't remember that. Okay, wait. There's the dude who gets airlocked. He doesn't die. Spoiler, sorry. There's the dude who goes out to repair the ship that gets launched into space and then comes back. He survives. The blonde survives. Who gets filleted? The doctor gets ambushed by a blind Sam Neill and dissected. The doctor? Which one is the doctor? Wait. Wait. Don't they find him, like, strung up or something? By, like, he's all vivisected and he's strung... Nobody spoiled the movie for Oddish. Okay, I remember that now. I mean, there are too many dumb moments in that movie for the atmosphere to really work for it. Yeah, I think Jason Isaacs was the doctor, right? That's who we're talking about, isn't it? Because I think, yeah, because Lawrence Fishburne was the captain. Jason Isaacs was the doctor. Poe from Star Wars is Oscar Isaacs, you fuck. It'll also be Sean Pertwee. Oh, I don't know. I think it is Jason Isaacs, actually. I do believe it is Jason Isaacs. A younger Jason Isaacs. Yeah, and then there's 4 other crew members. One gets airlocked. The one lady falls down the shaft. So, like... Wait, that means... Hang on. Wait a sec. That means the doctor... The doctor, the engineer lady, Lawrence Fishburne, and Sam Neill. I think those are the only characters that die in the movie then, right? I think that's it. Both the people that get launched into space survive. I don't think anything happens to the blonde lady, right? I guess I'll watch a better sci-fi show with Ghost. Deep Space Nine. Sentinel from Star Wars Rebels. Actually, no. Wait, Jason Isaacs is wasn't he the Grand Inquisitor in Rebels? Wasn't that it? Because I didn't know it was him when I was watching Rebels, and then I think people were making noises when the Obi-Wan show came out. They didn't tap Jason Isaacs to play the live action Grand Inquisitor, if I remember correctly. Blonde Lady's brain is pretty messed up by the end at the twist scene. I think the whole point of that final twist. Well, I hope nobody actually came out to watch Echo Night tonight. I think the point of that final twist is that just because they separated the ship from the Hell Drive, like, the ship is still totally fucked. Like, I think the point of that twist is that there's no actual escape, which I'll give him credit. That's cool. That's neat. So, we did play for an hour or so. we did good chat. We released a few souls, I guess. What's up, Shadows? What are y'all talking about? I got distracted by Event Horizon, and now we're talking about Event Horizon. We've basically gone through the majority of the movie. Like, anybody in chat right now who hasn't seen Event Horizon has basically seen it now. I'm enjoying this, honestly. Which isn't to say I'm not enjoying Echo Night, but again, slow burn. Slow burn. I don't think it hurts anything to take 30, 40 minutes out of the game to talk about a terrible horror movie. What I remember is some cool imagery and everything else is gobbledygook. I didn't even remember what's apparently like one of the coolest kills in the movie. You didn't come here for a game, did you? To watch along to Audish's memory of the movie. It's a shame there isn't an Event Horizon game. Then we could all relive this trauma together. Come for Audish's skill. Don't think I've seen it since I was maybe 15 or so. Yeah, I definitely saw it in college. I don't think I saw it at the theater. I don't think so. And we were all like, yeah, fuck yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. And then, yeah, years later, as an adult, as a grown-ass man who should have known better, I tried to convince Gnarl and another friend of ours that Event Horizon is really good. And a rewatch of it proved me otherwise. Anyone remember that 13 Ghosts remake with the cool house and nothing else? Yes! Yes! That movie sucks too, but man, some of the scenes in that are fucking wild. I know the 13 Ghosts remake is terrible. I still enjoy it. Yes, I think we can all agree on this one. I think we can all agree on two things. The 13 Ghosts remake sucks. And the 13 Ghosts remake is super entertaining. Same thing for Rose Red. Oh, I never saw that one. It had Matthew Lillard and Monk. Yeah, why did they think Tony Shalhoub would be a good lead for a horror movie? I really don't get it. I love that Glass House too. That Glass House is so cool. And they get some wild ass kills with it too. Like the one lady that just gets like splorked in between the glass panes. And then Matthew Lillard gets bent around a pillar or something. Like, holy shit, they fuck people up in that movie. It's awesome. You know, it was a bad spooky movie, the number 23 with Jim Carrey. I saw that in a theater. I have no memory of that two-hit. The number 23. Every bad movie is made infinitely better with the addition of Matthew Lillard. I just love seeing him in stuff. It's so much fun. He just makes movies more fun. Glass House is bad. The kills are pretty entertaining there. Glass House was it's a really neat setting. It's a really unique setting. It's a really video gamey setting. Like, I feel like it doesn't really, it's hard to make a movie in a glass house work. It would have made a really badass video game, though. Literally was the best point of that TV show version of the Border movie. Godsend was also a really bad scary movie, and also saw that one in the theater. Stephen King TV miniseries, which I have on DVD, if my DVD drive on my computer work at Streamer for Vogue. Oh, that'd be cool. Owen Wilson was... Oh, the 90s Haunting remake with Owen Wilson? Oh, dude, it's so funny. Yeah, that's another one that's really great. That was, I want to say that was one of the first horror movies to really use a lot of CGI. I feel like that was a big selling point of that because they wanted to use the CGI to make the house itself look like it was possessed and stuff. That was not a scary movie. They tried, I guess, but oh my god, I don't remember. Like, I am scared to death of horror things, and there was no point in that movie that was like scary at all. 1408, the John Cusack vehicle? I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, that was the Evil Hotel Room? I never saw that one. I think I read a synopsis of it somewhere. I like, if there's a horror movie that I know I'm never going to see, I like to read synopses of it just to see if there's any cool ideas in it. Usually there isn't. Super Smo on my way up and out of Blighttown backwards. Jesus Christ. Good luck with that, Bacon. The 2000s movie about the worms, Slither. Slither. That was it. Yeah. Guy. What's his name? Shit. Who's the lead in that? James Gunn, yeah. Directed by James Gunn. And then Malcolm Reynolds, thank you. I was gonna be like, the guy who everybody thought should play Drake in the Uncharted movie, except he got too old before they made it. Dave Bautista. You know, the guy he's on was Castle, right? Was that the other TV shows on? And, fuck, what is that guy's name? Oh, this is gonna kill me. Somebody help. It's not Bill Pullman, fuck you. Nathan Fillion, thank you. Oh god, it's like scratching an itch in the inside of my brain. Oh god, I needed that. Yeah, Mark Wahlberg, exactly. That Uncharted movie was another one that was just really, really stupid, but ultimately fun. I know we talked about it before, but it's I only saw it a few months ago, so it's still fresh on my mind. So oh, that is a rabbit hole I always try to avoid going down, is like movies that I've seen on airplanes that I only have like the barest recollection of. Uncharted movies is I don't know, I don't get the point. I mean, it felt like it was trying to recapture the magic of something like Indiana Jones, or honestly, more accurately, probably National Treasure, with how dumb the archaeology bits in it were. Because I don't feel like a ton of movies do that. I don't feel like there's a ton of movies that try to just go for that straight like pulp adventure feel to them. I appreciate that. It's just a really dumb movie. It's just a really dumb movie. Max Payne, Mark Wahlberg was in that movie. I never saw that one. I do like the Max Payne games, 1 and 2 at least. I never played 3. Uncharted is meant to be a playable version of every action film ever, so watching it would just make it every action film. Yeah, and that's exactly what it felt like. So I guess they did it justice then. That scene with Mark Wahlberg going, what? No! And being accused of wanting to kill someone is one of the funniest things I've seen in a movie. Uncharted is already Indiana Tomb Raider. Not sure how they screwed up getting the tone right. It's just a really poorly written movie. It's just really bad. It's like they hired somebody to write the banter between Drake and Mark Wahlberg. I already forgot what his character's name is. And then, like, I don't know, like, 6 months into production, they're like, oh, we probably need a plot for this, too. Hello, are those cyclamen flowers? I don't know what they are. They're for Albert. We helped this lady grow them about 40 minutes ago. And then I forgot to push any buttons because we started talking about bad old movies, Arcane. Also, hi, how you doing? There was a Max Payne movie, that's right. What's with the hot dog dog? Should have been Fillion and Bruce Campbell, but they both aged out of the role. Yeah. Yeah, they would have been perfect, honestly. But yeah, it took them too long to get around to getting the movie did. My mind associates Drake with the rapper, and I have to remind myself, oh yeah, it's Nathan Drake every few seconds. You don't think Sir Francis Drake or something? Alright, I guess I could push some buttons. There's not a whole lot going on in Echo Night tonight, so we can keep talking while I make things happen on the screen. Degrassi, it goes there. Even think that he would kill someone is absolutely ridiculous. She's talking about Albert, the guy who killed literally everybody. Any case, once he sees this flower, he'll go back to being the sweet boy he once was. Be a Phantasm, everyone should see Bubba Hotep. Oh yeah, I forgot about that movie. I always wanted to see that and I never did. But God, I love Bruce Campbell so much. Should have been Uncanny Valley, Sonic as Drake, and Bleeding Ice Sam Neill as Smitty. April Fool's Day got remade. I got a crocus flower. I have a thought, maybe, about this flower. Skip it sucks. So no, yeah, okay, so apparently it's crocus. The drawers aren't real. The drawer for small items. I haven't seen Bubba Hotep in over a decade. Need to fix that. Where is Bubba Hotep available? Like, what streaming service is it on? It has to be on a streaming service. That's just how things be now. She seems convinced that this flower will bring Albert around. So maybe we should go meet Albert in the past? The original was an 80s slash with a hilariously troll ending. Managed to make everyone Tina's bad movie night watch it. The thing is, I don't know what to do, like, cause he's locked in his room, and he doesn't come after us until we're on the other side of the room. I'm as shocked as y'all that mask didn't scare me a second time. Let's move ourselves back to the path. Can I leave it on the table? Whoa, hello, hi. I got a flower for you. You there, what are you doing here? Nah, that just moves us back. Shit. I have a flower. Why do I have a flower? Honestly, around Christmas, I'm debating if I want to subject some friends to Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. Garbage day. This is the small crocus flower the old lady grew. I will use the crocus flower, and I'm saying nothing. I love you don't even need to see the first movie to enjoy the second one. Isn't the first movie kind of like ensconced within the second movie? Like, isn't the second movie just kind of like a wraparound for the first movie? Want to watch Krampus again? I heard Krampus was really good. I heard that was a pretty legit movie. Bubba Hotep might be rental buy only, Apple, Amazon, Vudu, and Redbox. Aw, that's a shame. Second movie recaps the first one because originally it was going to be a re-release with some new stuff. Funny how stuff like that. Folk craft. It looks like some sort of folk craft. Developers, you probably shouldn't put shit like this in your video game if you can't call it something other than folk craft. Round mask made out of stone. Mask shaped like have a bird with a large beak. It's a smiling mask. Can I have it? They filmed too much new stuff except not enough to do a full movie. So funny. The Umbrella Kill in 2 is fantastic. I've seen a clip of that. It's really fun. Hook here. It must be here to hold up a mask. Can I have a mask? Do I have a mask? I have a sheep's gold coin. I feel like I did, like, okay, the only thing I have is a flower. And I don't feel like it's really useful for anything at the moment. That's a big mask. So giant mask, upon closer inspection, it seems the mouth can open. Really? Okay. This is the mouth of the mask. And I like, I don't know, put a flower in it? Put a book in it? Put a memo pad in it? But why did this happen? I guess we better check in the past. Usually the reason we go back to the past is to get some item that we can't get in the future. Or the present. The future is unknowable. Nobody's here. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna open up your fucking mask. You Lucky Charms. Please deposit your pennies into his mouth. No, there's nothing in here either. Can I put the crocus in this one? You put the flower on the desk? I don't believe so. Nah. Put it in the candlestick holder. Okay, I have a thought. Maybe I need a candle. Yeah, it me. Oh, you actually hear him coming. Hello. You there, what are you doing here? Confession, I've never watched the first Gremlins movie, only the second. The first... Gremlins is so interesting. Because the first Gremlins movie is legit really good horror movie. Like, it's a really fun, really interesting horror movie. And then, like, the second one is just nuts. The second one is like this wild ass riff on the first one. Probably should come in here earlier. Gremlins 2 is a fuck you to the merchandising of the first. BBK's going nuts and the fake Grandpa Munster is great. There is an Alone in the Dark movie. You don't, no. No, you really don't. Fuck my life, I really should have come in here earlier. Y'all, I'm so excited for tomorrow night. I am so insanely excited for tomorrow night. What is this? Housewife's key. Yeah. Come in here earlier, there's 3 women saying they're waiting for their husbands to finish. Oh, this is why I did that. This is why I did that. Okay. I got a key. What is locked? Where have I tried to go that was locked? Downstairs. Right? Second one is one of my all-time favorite scenes ever. Elevator, sound alarm, silence, and a bunch of gremlins making alarm sounds. The Albert knife room? No, because this is the housewife key. I think it's downstairs in that dark room. I'm thinking that door that I ran across the room and almost got murdered by Helen to get to. I think. This way. Yeah, this is the housewife's private room. The housewife's key should go to this door. Yeah, I know it's locked, dipshit. Now it isn't. Amazing how that works. Was the 80s slasher was like a quasi-musical with the killer being an Elvis lookalike with a drill guitar? Holy shit, I want to know what that is. Okay, well there's the housewife. Can't wait to hear her fucking sob story. What is this? What is it? I want it. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Oh, it's just a light. What's your deal? Albert was always alone. But when she came, when Jessica came, she changed him. He loved Jessica, perhaps even more than life itself. He would do absolutely anything for her. He would be willing to sacrifice everything. Dude has a musical number as he drills into people with his guitar with a drill bit. Woob. This is another thing about Echo Knight 2 that I think might hurt it a bit. The flashbacks, these flashbacks, oh, there's the masterpiece. The flashbacks in Echo Knight 1 were actually scary. Like, one of the scariest parts of Echo Knight 1 is in one of these flashbacks. The flashbacks in this game just seem like purely expository. I got freaked out in that one tunnel back in the ruins, but it didn't really end up making much of a difference. I was talking about masks. When you put one on, it's like you become another person. When I put one on, I forget about the fact that I'm sick. What was the scary flashback? There's one in like catacombs, and there's like a dead person chasing you around in there, and you have to trap them in one part of the catacombs so you can actually do stuff. It stressed me out so bad. If you go back and watch my Echo Knight 1 VODs on YouTube, that part, like, I'm just like fucking sweating bullets. Adalberto. Oh.
Jessica,
You've got to hold on. I don't want to die. There's still so much that I want to do. What are you talking about? You're going to be fine. I'll find a way to cure you one way or another. I got this neat Satan dagger that can help you. No matter what the price is, I'll pay. Normally I don't care for musicals, Little Shop of Horrors, nothing like it. The remake, though, with Rick Moranis. I'm not sure I've actually seen the whole thing. Willing to sacrifice everything to save Jessica.
彼女だけが
She's the only one he really considers to be his family.
ただ彼にとっ
To
て
him, I'm merely the woman
私
his
は
father
父親
married.
の妻でしかなかった。 私では
I
ダ
couldn't
メ
do
だっ
anything
た。
for him. Only Jessica can.
それはジェシカ、
Jessica. She's the only one
ア
who
ル
can
バー
stop
トを止
Albert.
められるのは彼女だけ。誰かジェシ
Someone
カ
must wake her.
を起こしてあげて。
Well, I guess that's what we're up to. Anyway, I got a mask, so I can do some stuff with that. What is with all the broken shit? Did they realize you can take damage in this game, but if you avoid the ghost, you'll never take damage? So, like, let's just put some hurt floors around. The lasagna we made is giving me the worst heartburn. Well, hopefully it was worth it. Hopefully it was worth it. What's that? Oh, herb seeds. They give you so much healing in this game, and there's so few things that actually hurt you. There's a bathtub here. I mean, it's a fucking lake, dude. You're not gonna comment on that? I know he's not gonna comment on that. You made lasagna soup actually too much sauce because I can't read directions. I mean, I'm sure that's still really good too. How can you not love a slasher villain whose reaction to missing a character with his drill guitar is saying, "I can't get no satisfaction"? They had to make this room dark just so the ghost would have a chance to get you. It's not even an Elvis song? It doesn't. My god, it doesn't. Okay. Oh yeah, that goes back out to there. I can get into the gym if I need to, but I don't know if I need to get in the gym or whatever. Our Puppet Combo has this as a reference for some games of theirs. Okay, mask room. Look, everybody knows musical references are totally interchangeable. It's fine. We have never done a Puppet Combo game here. No. I would have to, if we wanted to do a Puppet Combo game, I would have to be kind of selective. They are intense. Wait. What's in this tiny... Jesus, chat! God damn it! Fuck. Scared the shit out of me. Okay, I think I get what we're supposed to do. I gotta open from this side. Can I take this? Yeah, okay. Yeah, give that here. The very timing essence of comedy. Okay, I get it now. I get what we're doing. I get what we're doing. Brilliantly putting on O-rings to my mechanical keyboard and watching this is pretty relaxing. This is a very subdued horror game for the most part. Okay. Now we can spy on Albert. What if he puts the dagger down for a minute? We can pick it up.
気のせいか。
Am I imagining things?
まただ。
Again?
また
The
光
light
が
is
消え
fading
てい
again.
く。なぜだ。
Why
なぜ
isn't
うま
it
くいかない。
working?
この石に命を捧げればよいの
Thinking
で
that
はなかっ
sacrifice
た
this stone still wasn't enough?
そうすれば
You must do it
ジェシカは
for
助かる
Jessica.
と。なぜだ
Why?
何が足りない
What am I missing?
アルバート様、皆様がダンスホールでお待ちです。
わかった。すぐに
See,
行く。
be right there. Ah, he hides his key in the big stone mouth. That's why the stone mouth is there. Get it, chat. Get it, I get it, I get it. Maybe sacrificing stuff for an effect you can get by taping a $1 LED flashlight to the hilt isn't worth the effort. There it is. That is a fancy fucking key. So we're gonna explore his room of the past? Or is it gonna whoop us back? There is a super dead person under his bed. Turbo dead. It won't open. The hell is that? Pine cone? Pine cone's been dropped here. That was it. Maybe he's trying to save someone who's already dead. No. So the dagger, if I remember correctly from the first game, you just got to keep feeding the dagger souls, or otherwise it comes for yours. Maybe that person's just chilling. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Oh my god, she has like a bullet hell pattern. What the fuck? Oh Christ. Fuck my life, fuck my life! Also, what the hell is this music? Can I just, I'm sorry. Can I just put on my lamp? Where's my lamp? Oh, he took it. Oh, he took it. This is a huge pine cone. It still smells like a pine tree. Can I huck a pine cone at your face? Do you want a flower? Do you want a bolt of plate to your face? Can I set you on fire? Okay, none of this stuff works. What's the point of this? Oh, there's a light switch. Hi. I can't get over there. There's something in the wreckage. I can just leave. Okay. Okay. We found the boss of the area, I guess. Why do I have a pine cone? Why do I have a pine cone? Why do I have a pine cone? What is the dagger supposed to do? I don't remember entirely. I think the dagger, if you feed the dagger enough souls, supposedly it's supposed to give you like, it gives you eternal life and like magical powers and shit. I think. Like I remember the whole thing about the end of the first game was that we had to take the dagger and make sure that we like hid it or preserved it or something in a special way so it wouldn't corrupt us or something. Do you need an oak tree in a few years or something? Pine cones are neat. I'm not gonna dispute that. I have a pine cone and a crocus flower. Cover the pie cone with peanut butter and seeds for the sparrows. This is the mask room, is the dance hall. Master room bedroom is where the boss is. Managerial office. I think we're done with the entertaining room. I don't even remember what was in this room. Haunted potpourri bowl. Pine. Oh! Wait. I got it. I know who wants a pine cone. First you saw the entertaining room, now prepare for the slightly dull, unentertaining room. And Mrs. Echo Knight videos up to this point. What the hell is this? We're in a spoopy house and there's a bunch of dead people and we're trying to stop some guy named Albert. It's, yeah.
Ah,
He wants a pine cone. He's from a forested area. He wants to go home, remember?
それ
That's what I gave to Patty. I love your summaries, Otis. Thank you. I live to serve, Drake now.
一番大事なもの
It's my most prized possession. We both traded our favorite thing.
今年もいっぱい落ち
I
て
bet
る
a
か
whole
な
lot of them fell this year
あの松の
from
木
that pine tree. No, he's taking the candle! He left something else, I guess. An earring. Please take the earring. Yes. Talking to a burned dead child par for the car. Oh, yeah. We're trying to release the spirits of the people trapped in the spoopy mansion. Mostly they're just all hanging out with stuff left undone, but some of them are kind of angry and require more active touch. Picked up his earring in the warehouse. It seems to belong to one of the maids. Maybe the one that's trying to kill us? Maybe I can exorcise her with that. Wait. Is the maid... Was that the maid's room? Was that the dead maid under the bed? Was that what was going on? Because we found the pine cone. The pine cone, right? Yeah, she had the pine. Yeah, that had to be it. That's Patty. That's not Helen, that's Patty. Patty is the one that's trying to kill us. So hopefully we give her this earring back and she'll be okay. She's just under the bed looking for her other earring. More active touch. You know, I had a shower thought. Magic camera fucks up Ghost. Why even keep it as is? Put multiple lenses on that thing and machine gun on every ghost that steps. I mean, if you can figure out what part of the camera obscura is the ghost hunting part, put that shit on a video camera. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so this is the lady that really wants us dead. Yeah, before you do that, Yeah, here you go. Have your earring back.
イヤリング
That earring.
母さんが
My mom
残
gave
し
it
て
to
くれ
me.
た
I'm now imagining a magic camera blunderbuss. Don't ask how it works. I don't know.
もう一度会いたい
Yay! We ditched a murder ghost. I actually had an idea a long time ago, when I was actually like studying programming and game design stuff. I had an idea for a Fatal Frame style game set in modern times with like digital cameras, and the way they worked was that if you actually managed to capture a ghost, it would go onto your memory card, and as long as you had that, it would like that's what would basically give it its camera obscura power. But it would also kind of drive you nuts over time. And the more ghosts you captured on it, the more powerful your camera would get, but also the more it would fuck with you. Been dreaming of Fatal Frame Pokemon Go forever. That'd be really cool. These don't... Oh, that one. Oh. Wait, I was pointing at the cabinet, wasn't I? Not the drawer. Didn't they try augmented reality Fatal Frame on 3DS? Did they? Or was that somebody else? What the hell is that? What did I just do? What did I just do? Cool, I opened the attic. Oh, Spirit Camera. I remember hearing about that. So the Game Grumps played a game where you fought ghosts with your cell phone camera? Is this something? This is a broken bottle. The broken glass bottle, I better not step on this. I'd get hurt. They really did just put random hurt floors in this game. 3DS accesses the camera obscura and you have a creepy book that interacts with the game.
あなたはアルバートとは違う
I'm not like Albert, apparently.
もうすぐ時が来る
The time is drawing near. If you don't hurry, you'll be too late. Hurry.
恋人を救いたいんでしょ
You do want to save your girlfriend, don't you? This lady is addicted to doors. Like, she just lives her entire life in proximity to doors. Oh, it makes me think of his Devil Survivor, where your phone 3DS was at summon demons you beat the snot out of. Not exactly a horror game, it does have the badass art. Darkspire on the DS is hard as fuck, too. Do I want to save my girlfriend? I don't know, what's your situation? Doors are pretty great, especially in old PS1 games like this, where you get those lovingly rendered door animations, and every once in a while you get a nice little surprise behind one of them. Good stuff. We've come a long way since the days of these door animations. Alright, let's go up into the attic, which I'm sure will be extremely well lit and devoid of all kinds of spooks and scares. Yep, no spooks up here. God damn it, chat! It wasn't even... It was... Am I... What's going on? Oh, I'm being blown around on the roof. What the hell? I'm being blown around on the roof. And I hear something flapping around. Oh, it's just that. Okay. Am I safe here? Okay, good. So we should be over the central wing, right? Well, this thing's fucking... I think we're looking into a way... We're trying to get into here. The roof secretly is Zeppelin about to explode. god, what? That's a scene transition? They couldn't render the entire roof all at once? That's really funny. Oh my god, Numberless Dread, thank you so much for subscribing for 28 months! That's a really long time! Okay, so I need to find, okay, maybe, yeah, that's it. Okay, I need to get to it without falling off of the fucking roof. Is the thing. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Yeah, door. Door open. Okay. I need lights. Fuck my entire life, there's a power box here. Oh, but there's a key. Okay, great. Where am I? Aha, okay. Alright. So this side of the house is at least powered. I don't know why the lights aren't on, but powered. There we go. Much better. I like it. Getting the Omicron booster and the flu shot tomorrow should be fun. Oh, you're gonna be so fucked up. You're gonna be a mess. But you'll be a very healthy mess. That'd be neat. Have one of these horror game mansions keep you inside only because there's a lethal windstorm outside. Even with the building standing, it's still crumbling in some places. I feel like there's still a lot of horror concepts that haven't been like fully explored, and some of that might be like technology limitations. I feel like there should be a horror game about a flood. I feel like there's a horror game where you're like stuck in some small town or neighborhood or even just a house, and there's like torrential rain outside, and you have to deal with everything flooding. Star Chart Archive. You don't say. Star Chart Archives. What the hell is this? Is that? What? Christ. Like Disaster Report, but with a flood. Yeah, I suppose so. I never did play Disaster Reports. Oh, no. Oh. This. There's some fucked up switches. There's already a horror game about a flood. It's called Halo. Oh, is this a Zodiac puzzle? Dude, is there gonna be a Zodiac? There better not be. There it goes. And do this again in the dark with a ghost chasing you. Cold Fear has a stormy wind, choppy sea mechanic. That was the only good thing about the game. Alright, so okay, we're here, I guess. I found a door. Go through the door. Study. Light switch. Here's a ghost. Here's a plant. Cactus. It's oh, dude, if you stand here, it looks like he has really fucked up green hair. Cactus is a cactus. A time where there was a bad windstorm in the past of the town where I live, and I and a bunch of other people got super sick from it. Always thought it would make a good horse raid. That's interesting. Guys. I think it's a cat.
おお、アルバート。これを見てごらん。お前のアルバムだ。
Albert's album.
さすがは私の息子。
These photos make me proud to call you my son. You are such a handsome young man.
さて、アル
Now,
バー
Albert,
ト。
I want
こ
you to
の
go
アル
and
バム
oh,
を
fuck
カニ
you,
座の
Dad.
本棚にしまっておいで。
I want you to go and put this album on the cancer bookshelf for me.
カニの絵が描いてある
That
本
bookshelf
棚
has
だ。
the cancer constellation on the back.
Why,
You're already 5
more
years old. You
it's-
should know what it looks like.
それ
Jesus
ぐらいわかる
Christ.
だろ
No wonder Albert
う。
turned into a
将来
mass
この
murderer.
クラン
Look
シ
who
ー
his
家の
dad
主
is.
となるものらしく。
Be
き
the
ち
head of
ん
the
と
Clancy family, and
役
as
目
such, you
を
must
果た
return
し
after you've
戻
accomplished
っ
your
てお
duties.
いで。それと、書庫
By the
の
way, you
奥
can't
の
go
部
into the
屋に
room
は
beyond the library
入っ
just
ては
yet.
いかん。あそこは
That's a special room which
代
must
々
only be used by a
開始
head
と
of
なった
household.
も
You're
の
far too young now, Albert. Whatever. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Can I actually take a look at this? Wait, no. There's photos of Albert, the current head of the family, when he was a kid. Not very exciting. Alright, so the cancer bookshelf. That's cancers. Is it supportive but bad at parenting? Okay, so that's Pisces. Wait, is that Cancer? Painting the Cancer sign. So wait, wait. I just need, is that it? Is that all I need to fucking do? No, that was the wrong one. You need to go the other way, bucko. Alright, this is pretty simple because these buttons are two-state. That's the wrong way. I need you to move that back. So the crab is still trucking to this very day. I guess that's the room at the back that I'm gonna have to figure out how to open. Are you for real with it? Are you for real with it? Have the eye out of this one? Oh, man. Do you really need two eyes? Can I have one of yours? Wait, am I... Oh, wait, I think that might have been it? This should be the cancer shelf, right? Bookshelf. Yeah, I think it goes in that spot. Swoop. Go see if my father's proud of me yet. Oh no, he has another book!
アルバート。
Albert,
確かお
today
前
is your
は
12th
今
birthday,
日の
isn't
誕
it?
生日で12歳になるのだったな。
The Crab Champions devs didn't vanish down a hole, they just put Dev Diary out on the first. Desire Crab Champions.
そろそろ
You're
ク
the
ランシ
heir of
ー
the
家の
Clancy
後
family. As
継ぎ
such,
と
there's a
し
lot you
て
must learn.
これ
You
に
must
目
read
を
this
通
as
し
book
て
has
おきな
information
さ
you'll
い。
need to know as head of the Clancy household.
読
Once
み
you
終
finish reading
え
it,
た
return
ら
it to the Taurus
星座
shelf.
の
Once you
棚
come
に
back,
も
there's something I need to tell you.
それと
One more thing, don't go into the archive room.
あそこ
Special
は
room
看
reserved.
守と
Yeah, I know. Taurus. Clancy family origins. Let me peruse this particular volume. The origins of the Clancy family. The Clancy family descended from British nobility. They arrived in America along with a large number of other immigrants. Soon after arriving, they discovered the prehistoric ruins around the lake. Their research into these ancient artifacts continues to this day, long after the death of the man who studied them throughout his entire life. Throughout history, the Clancys have used the iconic C on their family crests as a reminder of their fiercely proud British heritage. Yes, yes, the iconic Clancy C. As the years have passed, the men of the family have been temperamental and even violent at times, often leaving their research only halfway completed. Still, the Clancy family name retains its prestige even here in America, and the renown is understood and respected by any and all who have dealt with it. Cool, 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 cool. Ida Quesada is a crab champion. I can think of a few other words Big C can stand for, like crab. Alright, Taurus. None of these are Taurus. Ooh. That one is sealed up. Just... Okay, so these are synced now. And then back here, I can only see Pisces back here. Tauros in Pokemon is named after seriously? That's Aries. Well, that's not real helpful, is it? Okay, so these aren't two-state. They're multi-state. If this motherfucker has another book, I will be displeased. Tauros. Wait until you learn the secret behind Krabby. So zodiac signs are based on Greek myth stuff. Well, they kind of have to be. I'm Capricorn. Capricorn makes no goddamn sense. The goat fish. Which is also like an earth sign. Like, just fuck the fish part. You're an earth sign now. You motherfucker. Hire a goddamn librarian. Tomorrow's your birthday, you'll finally become the head of the Clancy family. You have one mission to fulfill as the head of the family. Shelve this book. The book is a compilation of all our family's research into the ruins. Clancy family's been researching these ruins for generations. You're no exception. Read carefully and return to the shelves. Once you've done that, I'll allow you to enter the room. Which shelf? What fucking shelf? Dad? Dad? Does it matter? Do you care? It just says excavation report. It's blue. Dad? Reveals the fruits of the Clancy family's research. The link between the ruins and the Red Moon. You're almost a man now. You're ready for the Smut Archive. Dad, I want to be head of an evil spirit mongering family. Not unlike many other ruins, a wide assortment of artifacts have been unearthed, which we presume to have some connection to astrology. The most prevalent among them seem to indicate moon worship. There are a number of cultures that have worshipped the moon, but they each had a different understanding of what the moon really was. This particular culture had a special term they often used in their documents, the crimson-stained moon. They believed it was a special time unlike any other. The true meaning between the term crimson-stained moon hasn't been revealed in our studies, but we did uncover the following passage engraved on one artifact. A crimson star gleams far away, the moon it blushes red. Nature's law will go astray, and all order is dead. We cross-reference the crimson star mentioned here with the zodiac charts and believe it indicates Scorpios and Taurus. Scorpio led us to believe the red moon will appear in the summer or fall. We made this discovery only recently. We cannot jump to any conclusions prematurely. The 12 signs of the zodiac appear in a particular sequence: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Dad, where'd I put it?
その
Dad, where'd I put it? It'd be useful to have this at the start of the puzzle. Can I just stick it on any of these shelves? Does it even fucking matter? Aries, Taurus, read that again. Oh. So signs of the zodiac appear in a particular sequence: Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. You're a man now, son. You gotta figure that shit out yourself. Dad, where's the fish go? I'm just gonna shove it on this shelf because I want to know. Here, fine. Woof. Yeah, I probably will need that. There's probably a combination to the smut room. I did put the book away, you shriveled old fuck. He didn't tell. He didn't tell me where. Piece of shit didn't tell me where to put it. Am I supposed to just intuit where it's supposed to go? Projecting thing. The book has a clue? Scorpio? Is supposed to go in the Scorpio shelf? Because that's the only one it calls out specifically. Well, where the fuckity fuck is the Scorpio shelf? I don't think I've seen that one yet. Put it in your butt cheeks. Put it on this one. Wait a tick. Wait. Cancer, Leo, Virgo. He told me the order. Okay. Because this is Aries, Taurus. Okay. That's why the order is important. But they do skip some, is the trick. All right, so Virgo, Leo, Virgo. And then Libra. The Scorpio should be one of these two, I think. Let's put it on this one and see if it works. I feel as though I've been having a dream for the longest time. Albert. Alberto. I cannot forgive him for what he has done. As the head of the Clancy household, he must take responsibility for his actions. Albert should be in the room beyond the archives. Take this and go. He actually recognizes that, huh? I have one final ancestral duty to fulfill. I must stay here until those who remained in the estate have left. So you, okay. So you only purge this guy after you purge everybody else. Well, he said Albert's in the room past the thingy do, so I'm gonna go save real quick. Actually, I guess we could check and see what this room is. It's gotta, whatever it is, it's gotta be small. Okay, if I eat your cactus? This is the conversation room. What this? This must be a photograph of the Clancy family that looks like it was taken recently. Must be a photograph of the Clancy family that looks a little old. Aw. Picture of wedding here, it looks like it was taken recently. Must be a photograph of the Clancy family that looks extremely old. Is that gonna be a puzzle? Dead ass plant. Not much to converse about in here. This is the only room where conversation is allowed. Conversation room. Feel as oppressive as possible when discussing things. Yeah, no windows. There's 4 pictures, 1 fireplace, and 1 dead plant. That's all you got. Can't believe they put 2 different types of cactuses together. All right, chat. I think it's time for the smut room. I think it's time to see what brand of legendary smut the Clancys have been preserving all this time. We seek answers, and we shall have them. Fuck yes, smut room. Smut, 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 smut. Alright, am I gonna need to rearrange some shit to make this work? I don't actually know. I'm gonna guess probably. Demon smut. These switches are fucked up. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna fix this. That's a 2-state switch. So. Yeah. All right. So yeah, we need to do that, and then we go in here, we go around, yada yada yada. I think it's all just pics of the moon. Nice round, supple pictures of that heavenly body. other way, dipshit. There's the Aquarius shelf. You label the shelves in your library for the Zodiac, and then you put the Zodiac itself on the back of it, so nobody can fucking see what anything is. Fucking eat the rich, man. Just fuck these people. Seriously. Door, I found it. How do you... What's it... How... Is there a fucking button in here or something? To, like, make the fucking shelves close up behind you? So this is when you're gonna need a lot of shelf control. Eat the rich, he says, while cracking over a craft beer.
よくここまで来られたものだ。
You've done well to make it all the way here. I was kind of hoping we could just shove him out the window.
言ったはずだな。
Told you before, I
私
need
には
her.
彼女
I
が
need Jessica's
ジェシカ
twin.
の双子である彼女が必要だと。何もか
It
も
might even be
遅い。
too late. I've come this far, though.
私
I
はもう
can't go
こ
back.
こまで来て戻るわけにはいかないのだ。もうそろそろ時が来る。
The time is at hand.
そ
I
れ
hope that
まで
you'd stay out of
お
this
と
until
な
it's
しくしてい
over.
てほしかったのだが。
There's nothing you can do about it.
仕方あるまい。
Your search ends here. What the hell?
くそ。あの女め。
Shit, that bitch.
一体いつ
How
まで
long
待
does
てば
she
いいと
intend
い
to
う
keep
ん
me
だ。
waiting?
ジェシカ。
Jessica. There's not
もう
much
時
time
間
left.
がない。
随分とご機嫌斜め
You're in
ね
a foul mood. What a waste when the moon is looking this beautiful. So you
Yeah,
finally
totally.
decided to show yourself.
一体いつ
How
ま
long
で待
must
て
I
ばいいん
wait?
だ。
Jessica
Jessica
doesn't
will
have
move
much time
another
left.
必要なものは2つ
There
よ
are two things that you need.
あな
You've
たは
only
その一つ
obtained
を手
one.
に入れただけ見なさい
Look to the moon. When the moon is stained crimson, the time of the ritual is at hand.
それが儀式の合図その時こ
The
そ
lifeblood of her
双子の姉である
twin
クリスティーナ
Christina
の
must
命
seep into that
石に注
stone
ぎ
when the
なさい
time comes.
機会は一度
You
だ
have but one chance.
だ
Still,
けど
it won't be
そう
long
先
now.
のことではないわ
一体それはいつだ。
Tell me when. I can't bear to wait any
これ以
longer.
上待ってなどいられるか。
安心して
Don't worry.
さんはあの必要な
Jessica can rest in that coffin in
し
the
ばらくは
meantime.
持つわ
She'll be comfy in there.
開けるときはこれを
Use
使い
this
な
to
さ
open
い
the coffin.
これからは毎
And look into the
晩
night sky from now on until the time comes.
チャンスは一度だ
You
け
have only one chance at this. If you let it pass, it's all over. What the fuck? The Eye of Awakening. That's really fucking cool looking. Why did he... Why though? Why did he... Why? Where'd he go? Yeah, where's he gonna kill us? Sir? West Wing, South Staircase. I know where we are. Turn the light on. Yay. I don't think there are any murder ghosts left, though. I think we're good. I think we're good. That's gonna hurt my little footies if I go over there. I mean, is it worth it? Is there something out here? Oh, it didn't hurt my little footies. Nice. Did he think we died when we time warped? Like, do other characters even perceive us doing that? Weird. Found a painting. Appears to be a landscape. Amazing. Found a dried plant. Decorative plant completely dried out. What is the plant? I go around here. Okay, cool. Good. All right, so this is the other side of this. So, well, I guess we go back up to the tower. Maybe. Yeah, all the lights are on everywhere. What do we... Map completion 90%. Missing, I wonder. Anyway, let's go upstairs. Hopefully we just pop Christine out of this thing and we're good. Time where we don't actually go anywhere, we're just standing there gazing into space. And that'd be really funny. That would legitimately be very, very funny. Like, fuck this is boring when I play Space. There is a save telephone in here. I think here. Yeah, I didn't dispel the door ghost guy. There were several ghosts that I haven't helped pass on. Oh, whoops, not this room. Never turned on the light in here, apparently. Yeah, I only found one of the hide and seek kids. There's like, what, 3 more around here? Yeah, no thank you. I don't know. In Echo Night 1, I feel like putting the souls to rest was a much more straightforward task. This one seems a bit more like, I don't know. Which do you think hurts this play's resale value more? The murder ghost, the relative lack of bathrooms. Oh, that's a good point. There are very few bathrooms in here. Mechanicus is the free game on Epic if you like the idea of AdMech XCOM. I actually have Mechanicus. I haven't played it yet. Seems like this one has a lot of twofers, yeah. Here, have an eye. Watching Necrons rock your shit would be a good stream. There's actually apparently a Warhammer 40k mobile game that's pretty good. Tacticus or something. I played a little bit of it, and it's pretty solid, yeah. Hi. Hello? This is
私は
Wait,
なぜこ
how did I get here?
そうだわ。
That's right, that red-headed lady. She did this to me.
私をいけない。
I can't let this happen.
あの人は
He's
人を
been
殺
killing
して
people to keep me alive. Oh wait, this is Jessica. This isn't Christina.
もう一つの
My other soul, she's trapped in the lake in the clock tower. You've got to stop this. I didn't want any of this to happen.
嫌よ。早く
I've got to hurry. I've got to
早
stop
くあ
him.
の人を止めないと。
Always comes back to a damn clock tower. Homeworld mobile game has some technical problems where you touch the screen isn't where the game thinks you touch it. Leads to things like not being able to launch fighters sometimes. I looked at that. I don't really... I'm not so interested in MMO on my phone. I played Eve Echoes for a while, and I really enjoyed that while I was playing with the big Goon group. But I couldn't keep up with it. I play games on my phone specifically to waste time. I don't want engaging gameplay. I don't want a vast world to explore or a lot of social elements. I just want to fucking waste my time. That's the whole point. Okay, I need to check something real quick. I'm actually gonna peek at the walkthrough because I need some idea of how long this final sequence is. I assume this is the final sequence. So let me get an idea. There's literally one walkthrough for this on GameFAQs. It's really funny. The clock tower is the last area. Yeah, but I need to know how long it is. It's pretty short. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's do this, chat. Let's put a pin in this one. Forget GameFAQs. I can't find any other walkthrough, period. You have plenty of time before the third Faith game goes live. That's true. Yeah, I mean, we could just... I guess we could just stream for the next 10 hours until Faith goes live. So I can start it up immediately. Be one of the first people on the internet streaming it. Wouldn't that be fun? As much fun as that would be, no, I would die. Also, I am needed at work tomorrow. I can't call in sick tomorrow and then stream all morning and afternoon. Somebody would notice. Somebody. Work can pour their own coffees. More important, your stream or your job? If my stream could be my job, I would say that. Walkthrough is too great. Could if you weren't a coward. Ooh. Ooh. There's an alternate ending if you get all the astral pieces for anyone else planning to play this. Yeah, didn't we got like a good ending in the original one because we got everybody, we released everybody's souls, right? Am I remembering that correctly? I imagine we're gonna get a pretty bad ending in this one because I only exercised like half the house. You live off dragon coins, right? I hate to tell you, the dragon coins, they don't pay the bills. We're already locked out of 100% ending. Oh, really? You can actually lock yourself out? I planned a day off when the X-Files movie hit theaters. Wow. Island Clock Tower. It's apparently possible to solve puzzles in ways that don't get the pieces, making them permanently missable. Wow, really? Okay. This is a cool looking island. Also, my earbuds just died, so let me switch over. Hip, hip, hip. Played Eternal Crusade for a hot second, game not good. What is the best Warhammer 40k game? What would y'all say? Being a tower full of bulky Russian grapplers, the Tower of Beef. Space Marine or Inquisitor? Working part-time in a Blockbuster video at the time says less vacation day and more not accessible. Event Horizon. Dawn of War 2 or Mechanicus for you? Soon it will be Darktide. I Divine Cybermancy. I feel like that's a pretty legitimate answer. Still playing Total Warhammer 3? Wow. Don't hug me, I'm scared. World of Warhammer is World of Warhammer isn't still running, right? They shut that down, right? They ever made Total Warhammer 40k? Kind of surprised they haven't yet. Kind of surprised they've made it through 3 Total Warhammers. Don't shit, you're mechanized. Alberto, are you still coming after me? I admire your tenacity, but I'm afraid it will go unrewarded. You've seen it, haven't you? The moon is stained crimson. The time has come at last! So high. Which Warhammer is the Blitzball one? It appears to be live. Warhammer Online lives on? Damn. Color me surprised. Lol, you put a back door on your clock tower. Idiot. Do not interfere! Oh shit, he's gonna shoot me. Please don't. Please don't, I have so much to live for. Like, beating your ass. What is this music? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a good thing that the game mostly hasn't had music. Are we really doing this? Is this really how this goes down? We both get on a slow-ass elevator and just take it up? Phantom with the shitty ghost lift. This is really how this goes down. Man, the ending of Echo Knight 1 was actually pretty exciting. I remember that shit was pretty crazy. Okay, I see a ladder. Is this not actually this isn't actually moving. Okay, whatever. I hadn't worked out the rotational tech there. See you there, motherfucker? Oh no, that ladder goes down. We want to go up. Which, no! I died. I hit that floor really hard. The Anchor City Journal. Unexplained disappearances. Missing couple leave city baffled. 19 days after disappearance. Okay. We died. The end. No moral. Game over. You lost your soul. Okay, cool. Try that again. Oh god, I have to go up that. Oh god, I have to go up that stupid fucking elevator again. No space, Shadow. Add death, no space. There we go. I'm gonna reset that for tomorrow. So y'all can accurately track my misadventures through Faith. Warhammer Online is just another WoW-like hotbar MMO. There's nothing really to recommend it. Let's see. Chaos Capital City is kind of cool. Ad Mortis. Warhammer Online has some decent mechanics and fun PvP modes for its time. I wouldn't bother playing it now. Ah, yes. Oh my god, Albert, shut the fuck up! Yeah. This area out here is pretty cool. Reminds me of a map from Dusk or something. They had collision on so tanks could actually block enemy players. That's cool. That's cool. How different a game this would have been if he had remembered to lock the back door. Give the musical composition to the woman at the piano. You have to play it on the piano, and then both she and the bartender pass on and give you the orbs. Oh, so I'm like... Oh, so... Because I fucked that up, there's no way... There's no way to get them to play... Oh my god. That's kind of fucked up. Could you get locked out of stuff like that in the first Echo Knight? I can't remember. You fucked it from the start. Seems like bad game design. Whoa. Redheaded woman even tells you there's no way they can move on now or something like that. Oh, I don't even remember that. Damn. Okay, so... Last time I was able to scoot right across here. Which I was able to do again. I'm gonna save state. I'm gonna save us some time and save state. Do we watch the true end on YouTube later? I mean, you're welcome to look it up if you want. I don't really... I'm not real big on true endings, is the thing. I think if your game is gonna have multiple endings, I think the cool way to do it is have each ending give like a different part of the story. I don't really care for games that have like different flavors of bad endings and then all of a sudden like have like a secret true good ending, because I feel like that cheapens the more interesting endings. Where the fuck am I? That's how it could have ended, but yes! Games should have clue endings. Save again, just in case. Ain't gonna risk it. I tell you, love Suikoden. I mean, in games like that, I just get an ending and I'm like, I'm done. And I'm totally happy with that. Richard! Is that the nonary games in the nomination list? I played a couple games in my life that have made me, that have kind of brought me around to that. BioShock was one of them. Because the good ending in BioShock fucking sucks. The bad ending in BioShock is so much more interesting. Same deal with Dishonored. I totally feel like the more chaotic your ending is, the more appropriate it is for the story and the more interesting that it is. So I'm not a fan. Maybe when I was younger and I just wanted like a happy ending for everything, I might have felt different. But at this point in my life, I want an interesting ending. Like I want some pathos. I want some like character development stuff. I don't need or want everything to wrap up super neat and tidy, because that's not really realistic either. And I get that some people want that. I get that there are people who are just like fully into the escapism of games and they want things to tie up neat and clean and stuff. And for them, they can have true endings. That's great. Enjoy it. I don't want them. I want your flawed ending. You die in the good ending, there's your pathos. The Hayek Chaos ending is canon for Dishonored. I'm happy to hear that, because it is definitely the most interesting of all the endings. Yeah, and low or high, I understand that. That's totally fine. It's not what I'm here for. What happened to that man? He's going mad. If we don't hurry, we'll... Uh-oh. Look out! Oh, shit. Ow. Okay. Told you, I won't let her have her. I won't let you have her. He fucking blasted us, man. Gonna interfere. I have no choice but to kill you. It's like is this a... Richard! What just happened? Jessica!
Jessica! なぜここに
アルバート、もうやめて。
Just stop it!
ジェシカ、私は怖かったんだ。
I was afraid.
アルバー
Oops.
母と同じ。
I thought you'd go away.
君が
You go away. Okay, I shouldn't touch the controller because I'm gonna skip past some stuff.
消えていい。
Go away, just like my mother did.
もう何
一人だけ
What is with these random little... It sounds like there's trying to be a response here.
残す。
I'd be all alone with nobody else. Should have been dating Albert instead. It's been 3 years since then. After she ended the life of her own husband, Jessica Clancy never left the mansion. She silently closed her eyes by Albert's side for the last time. After some time had passed, Christine and I got married. Okay, so they were dating. We've never spoken about what happened to that mansion. That seems kind of unhealthy. It's all behind us now, but even so, I'm not sure why, but I still can't shake this feeling of dread. Because the soul stone that Albert had with him, it was never found anywhere near his body. Okay. We did it! We've echoed the night! So how does the good ending for this work? Curious. Spooky Nose Ghost Knife gave you twins somehow. Okay, there's only 2 endings. Okay. The paraphrasing of the other ending sounds really dumb. I'm just gonna throw that out there. The other endings, like the different endings in Echo Knight 1 were kind of interesting. I don't think I mind missing this one. Chat consensus, Echo Beyond is good. That was the consensus earlier, yeah. Probably call Beyond more interesting than good. Oh, Beyond's the only one you played, Eva. So yeah, this seems like a game where not getting the true ending or whatever is totally fine. It doesn't sound like it makes a whole lot of sense, so. But hey, we did it. Actually surprised we only went 30 minutes over. Me too, actually. I thought we were gonna need another night. Total, oh, here we go, chat. This is why you're here. This is the whole reason you're here. My skill, right here. Oh shit, look at that. Dude. 6-figure average. This is why people tune in right here. B student, straight B student. This is the skill you come back for night after night, chat. C is average, the fuck? Not on the Japanese scale. I'm pretty sure the Japanese scale goes B, A plus, S plus, SS, SS plus, and SSS. So yeah. I'm basically a failure according to this game. I don't know. Dread, I have no idea what the actual... Okay, walk through. Tell me. Speak to me about grade, rank, not Frank Moss, not Crank. Oh my god, Jesus Christ, gang. Fuck. What is this? Player rating? There's no... They don't fucking say anything about this in here. Walk through. Why don't you tell me how to get a triple S double plus rank? What the fuck? I'm so pissed off right now. I feel like I'm inside. They got some cool ASCII maps in here. I like that. Always a fan of big ASCII map. Okay, fuck it. I don't know. Almost exactly 9.5 hours playtime. Yeah. And I mean, only like an hour of that was talking about Event Horizon, so. If I hadn't gotten sidetracked by Event Horizon, we actually would have finished on time. I think that's worth pointing out. Longer than Resident Evil 3 and 1/10 the action. All right. Is that it? That's it. We're done. I guess what I'm saying is yes, we could have played Event Horizon for longer. Okay, that's enough of that. Okay, we're done. We did it. We did it, chat. We did it. Event Horizon was the best part of this game. Hey, Oddish actually beat this one, so it must be good. It was okay. Look, let me take this off for a second. Oh my god, it's so weird to actually hear myself when I'm streaming because I'm so used to either my noise canceling earbuds or my like studio headphones. So actually hearing myself is weird. I mean, fuck, you guys listen to me all the time. Was there a Moonlight Greatsword? That's a good question. Somebody had a sword at some point. Brittany at the top of the Tower of Grief had a sword. And it did make little shockwaves across the ground, so maybe. First time you ever heard yourself on the radio was weird? Yeah. I hate listening to recordings of myself. Thank you, Buster. Thank you. Okay, so compared to the first game, I think Echo Knight 1 is the more interesting game, for sure. I think the setting is more interesting. I think the flashbacks are more interesting. The plot in that one is weird, but like there's enough to like kind of dig into. So yeah. It wasn't both Echo Knights that I've played have kind of weird pacing with their scares. Like Echo Knight 1 really doesn't have a whole lot of like scary moments on the ship, but the flashbacks have some really scary parts. Mainly the catacombs chase. This one was weird because it starts early on. Like the scares start early on with the ghosts coming after you, and the atmosphere is really good for that. Like the Haunted Mansion atmosphere is great for having ghosts pursuing you in dark rooms and stuff. I think when the groundskeeper shows up, it kind of falls apart. Because the two big chases in the game are the groundskeeper. And those parts aren't scary. In fact, they're kind of goofy. Especially the way he gets done in the end. They have some really great atmospheric moments. I think the ruin. I think if the game had been built more around the ruins than the mansion, I think it probably would have been better. I think it would have been a more interesting game, because that flashback where you go down into the ruins to find Franco fucking terrified me. Like I was clenched up so hard waiting for some shit to happen, and nothing happens. And, you know, credit where credit's due. They did a great job with the atmosphere if they can make nothing happen and I end up freaking myself out. But you don't want the whole game being that, is the thing. And that's kind of what the whole game ended up being. Like, other than those sequences before I got the power boxes going, where ghosts would come after me and I'd need to, like, you know, panic and get out of the room or get across the room or whatever. Other than those sequences, there weren't really any scares in this one, and the atmosphere kind of falls apart once you realize that that's pretty much all that's going to happen. There are some cool moments in it, like the mask room. The giant mask when you first go into the mask room was like a nice touch. The power system did suck ass. The power system, it was okay at first when it was like, it seemed like that was going to be the pace of the game. Like, find a new area of the house, ghost is chasing you, ghost chases you around until you find the power box and get it going, and then you can solve puzzles in there at your leisure or whatever. But that isn't really how it broke down, because then you had the ruins area, and then you had like the big power box up in like the east wing or west wing or whatever it was that basically powered the entire house, so then it didn't matter anymore. So yeah, not a great system in the end. Could have been used in really interesting ways, but and the story in this one just isn't as interesting. Because, you know, in the first one, you're looking for your dad, and you go to his, like, burned out shack. The police bring you to his burned out shack, right? And then you find the book, and then the whole game is basically, like, you playing through the memories of what happened on this ship, right? Like, it's kind of... It's interesting that the first game actually has a lot of layers to it. Like, you are playing through your dad's recounting of what happened on the ship, and as you play through what happens on the ship, you go back further into what happened to the individual passengers, right? This one, no, you go to the library, and then you get kidnapped in the mansion. Is that what happened? It was so uneventful, I don't even remember. I get from the from what I read about the secret ending of the game. I'm gonna put the music back on because I might be talking for a while. I get from what the walkthrough said about the true ending of the game is that the red-haired lady, like totally not Ada Wong, like set up everything. She wanted thing. Oh, that's right. We crashed our car going to the mansion. That's right. We crashed our car. Yeah. Wait, didn't we crash our car and then somebody knocked us out and dragged us to the mansion? Crash into a tree. One of the nicer you can do is let you recover the right before shit starts going on. Okay, I don't know. But yeah, there was this whole thing in the first game about working out the history of the Soul Stone and how your family has been mixed up with it and how that legacy has affected other people and kind of tracing it through history. And in this one, the flashbacks they're much more localized. They're just giving you a little bit of backstory on the people in the mansion, but it's not even that interesting, you know? Like, okay, Albert has the Soul Stone. He wants to use it to save Jessica. He murdered everybody in the mansion. The end. I thought it was gonna go places when we got the fucking Zeppelin crash. The absolutely fucking hilarious Zeppelin crash. And then none of the other flashbacks were anywhere near as interesting as that. So. I guess what I'm saying is Echo Knight 2 was fine. It wasn't great though. It wasn't like super interesting, and I guess in some ways groundbreaking like Echo Knight 1 was. It feels like a kind of like less interesting follow-up. Like they felt like they needed to make a sequel, but they didn't have a really good hook or a really good direction for it. So they made a haunted house, and you got a haunted house. It's October 21st. We're allowed to Mortis now. Unfortunately, not. No, they actually said, yeah, the launch FAQ. October 21st at 10 a.m. PST. So approximately 9 hours and 20 minutes from now. And I'm afraid I cannot stay up that long to stream it for you immediately. So y'all are just gonna be patient, okay? I'll be sleeping? Yeah. I'll be sleeping. I might sleep. Not with that attitude. I just don't want it enough, right? Okay, so anyway. We beat Echo Knight 2. I've said my piece on Echo Knight 2. I think we're good. So yeah. Stream it to us at work. I thought I could get away with it. Alright. This is tomorrow night. We are going to be playing Faith the Unholy Trinity. I have penciled in Faith for Friday and also Saturday. Because I think I'm going to play through the whole thing. I played through chapters 1 and 2 years ago, back when they first came out, and I've been waiting for chapter 3. But I'm going to run back through the whole thing, because I'm not even sure how much I remember. And I want to make sure I have the whole story straight when we go into chapter 3. And I think that's going to take at least 2 nights. So we'll do that. And then on Monday, we're going to start Parasite Eve. The last game on our list to do for Spooktober. I do not know how many nights Parasite Eve is going to take. So I pretty much got it penciled in for the entirety of next week. If we finish it early, we'll figure out what to do then. And then, of course, Halloween night itself, Monday the 31st, is going to be our community night. And y'all are deciding right now what that's going to be via voting. I will call that vote at the end of Tuesday's stream next week. That is when we will decide upon a course of spoopy action. Finish early the Chrysler Building. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how I feel about the game by the time we get to that point. Because I played Parasite Eve ages ago, back in college, I think. It was either high school or college. I borrowed it from a friend, and I got like halfway through it and kind of lost interest. So I anticipate liking it. I don't anticipate having any trouble beating it. Chrysler Building, though. See. Anyway, I'm gonna go find somebody. Yes, college, the event horizon years. Exactly. Let's go to... What are we gonna do? Ooh, let's go raid Dama. Dama's doing Spin Rhythm. That works for me. Let me put my headphones back on so I actually hear what's going on. Spin Rhythm's always a neat time. All right. Yes. Prepare for Mortis tomorrow. Prepare your Mortis glands for a thorough mortising. I'm so excited about this, y'all. I have been waiting for this game for so many years. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait to stream it. I can't wait for all of us to Mortis together. It's gonna be rad. So, anyway, gang, thank you so much for coming out tonight, joining me for the epic conclusion of Echo Knight 2. We can all look forward to Echo Knight Beyond at some point in the future. Hopefully not a year from now, but, you know, sometime. So hopefully I will see you all tomorrow night for Faith, the Unholy Trinity. But until then, as always, y'all take care. Bye, everybody.